Hello.
You're awkward friends. I'm Eric Hyden.
I'm Nick Mason.
And I'm Jeff Prine.
And this is Neon Static. I remember how we do these things. Why do I feel off-centered? This is weird. Okay.
Look, you set it up.
I know. I set it up. It took for... Hi, Kyle. Hi, Diary. How you doing? Welcome to Monday night. It's our bi-weekly Monday night situation, and we're graced with Jeff's
Thanks for having
very
me back.
official presence.
Official?
Extremely.
Official.
You always feel very official to me. in your like knowledge of rules, and you're like a big old judge at Worlds and stuff. So not a big old judge. I don't know what that means, but
You're wearing very large shoes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure.
And we're gonna be aggressive. Be aggressive, and
And we're gonna figure out what that means.
yeah. So the thought that we had when Jeff said he could come up was, let's try and do a stream on aggressive runners, and I don't know. This is something that you struggle with sometimes too.
Yeah.
Deciding how much aggression to put out as the runner.
Well, and what
And
counts as aggression too? Like if I'm just going around trashing stuff that, like, if my opponent's playing an asset spam deck and I'm just going around trashing stuff, am I being aggressive or no? Like, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think usually I wouldn't characterize. To me, like and we talked about this a little bit before. I'm stealing from both of you, I think. Being aggressive is often about making the corp react to the pressure that you're putting on the game, rather than on trying to react to the corp's game plan.
You are in the driver's seat,
Yes.
right? You're not.
Yeah.
You're not reacting. Yeah.
So you might go trash something, but you're just going to snipe the important part of their game plan, and then you're going to go back to central pressure or something that's going to force them to, like, I don't know, be more defensive, like you said. Like, it makes them uncertain they're going to get a scoring window when they are hoping for one, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And there's lots of, like, different tools for the different factions to kind of look at being aggressive right now. Like, and, like, they always lean on this axis of, like, some of them are very, very, like, all-in aggressive. Like, you might think about, like, Essa, who is trying to do sabotage, and that's just like hey, you're on a clock here. Right. I can get probably 18 cards just sabotaged off. And, if I get just a couple accesses, like, that should be enough for me to win the game. So you have to have a plan to win before that or completely shut me down, right? And then you might have something like the Zahya list, which, is that we'll probably play later. And that, like, is, like, it's a little bit closer to, like, the kind of more standard control runner, but it just says, oh yeah, I'm going to use Hermes and multi-access on central so that I can kind of spin up quickly with a twinning to, like, disrupt any aggressive game plan you're putting forward.
Hermes is super aggressive. We were playing at our last Wednesday night recently, and I was playing against Derek, who's been on the stream. Viewers may remember Derek. And I had a turn one where I was playing an obelisk, and I had iced my HQ because I was holding a single agenda in it, and I had iced a remote and installed an agenda. And click one, it was Hermes. Click two was run R&D, rip the top agenda off, bounce the HQ ice, run HQ, rip my 1 in 5 agenda, bounce the other ice, and then, like, trash Rashida or whatever it was. It was like, it was nuts. It was, and it felt similar to Essa, where it was just like, I just got dismantled, what happened? And they're on 6 points pretty quickly, and Derek was, he kicked my butt.
Yeah, that was...
I scooped. I was like, okay, I get it. This can happen sometimes.
I felt that someone was playing Sable, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm just going to do my normal, like, first couple turns setup, and then, like, turn 2 play a finality. And I'm like,
Sable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They ended up winning off of seeing 9 total cards, all random accesses, and stealing 8 points that way.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Sometimes
Hey,
it be that way.
The card game's gonna be random. It happens.
Hey, Lucille, thanks for joining. It's Messrs. Neon and Static, and also Usangren is here too. Hi, excited for the stream. Thanks for joining. Should we go to the table?
Yeah.
Let's turn on the table camera, shall we?
No.
That seems important.
It's fine.
Oh, you see the cool green? That's a thing that happens every time I turn it on. That's fun.
Now
Okay,
it's immortalized.
so we have some options. And I think that it would be kind of fun if Stream maybe gave a vote for what they would like first to see for the namesake runners that we have on the thumbnail anyway. We've got, these are all kind of upside down, I guess. We got an ESA deck.
Which way should I?
Yeah,
Gently
it's-
trick.
that's
Okay.
all wrong. Everything's wrong and I'm terrible.
Yeah, it should be.
That's it.
This.
That way.
Yeah. There we are.
Table camera overrated. We can just mentally track blind Netrunner. Yeah. We'll just do narrated Netrunner. Play along.
We're going to come up with notation like chess.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
Right,
it's a
let's pull
terrible
up-
idea.
And the corpse.
You know how few pieces there are in chess? You need a separate notation for every
We
card.
also have Azmari hiding around
That's
here
true. There's,
somewhere,
there's
right?
the Azmari. So the decks that we have paired against this outfit deck is London's recently published, very different. And what I actually played a Renault game against London, who was brewing this. It's like an Arella. Actually, I think it was on Andre's stream. There's like a Arella. Go Tucana. Go fetch your ice.
Bon Ramu was just playing that with London as well.
It's really neat. And moves very quickly. Yep.
Lucille wants to know if the Ari deck has a world tree, and it does not. Correct?
It does not.
This
no,
this
it
is not the new hotness.
No, this is like
This one does, but it's not up for grabs for tonight because it's not an aggressive deck.
Yeah,
Really.
This is a classic like 45 good stuff shaper list that is trying
No
to be
love for
aggressive.
Jinteki. That's correct.
We did a whole stream on Jinteki 2 weeks ago. We did, and it was kind of grinder and sad. So no love for Jinteki.
No love whatsoever for Jinteki. Sorry.
I need to move that way. There we go. Okay.
All right. So currently we have votes for every
Everything.
runner.
Cool.
Good. This is helpful.
Sabo, Zahya.
I mean, worst case we can just roll for it, right?
Yeah, let's just roll a die.
Okay, I thought it would be.
But we've gotten input, and the input is that
They're
we're
all
going to
the same.
disappoint somebody.
We're gonna disappoint 2 out of 3 viewers.
How
Exactly.
about that? You play your Ari because I think that would be a treat for everybody. And then
Okay, we'll see. This list is not the most optimized. I think the
I saw it and it's got some joy in it. So
Wow.
I will find joy in that list. And
In that pun.
yes,
you just made.
play all 3 runners at the same time. Easy.
yeah. Well,
Hey,
Yeah,
Salamir.
can we fire up what's the multiplayer version?
NNPD.
Yeah.
I have
right?
the ID. I don't know how to play it at all.
Nope.
And I think we need
Oh,
special
it's
decks.
fine. You just one turn combo as the corp.
Cool. Is the corp like overpowered in that format?
So if they tune their deck, they can get a guaranteed turn 1 win, I think, or like have a 50% of a turn 1 win. And then if they don't win and the runners are checked for it, they can just run over. So
Great.
it's just
So
like
it's
this.
Who wants the high roll first?
Yeah, it's also a very weird corp deck because like you can click for 3 credits, so there's actually no point including economy or draw cards in your deck because you can also click to draw 3 cards.
Okay.
That's the corp. It is
Cool.
a very, very weird thing.
Yeah, that is
Cool
weird.
stuff.
I'm gonna play with my sweet ob thing because it actually shows up on stream.
Oh yeah, it does. Nice.
Unlike some of the.
Unlike all of the other ones, basically.
Oh,
besides
actually,
the
wait,
blue.
hold on. I want to see how this one, how my. Oh, this. Well.
Oh, you got a fancy. Oh, yeah, you got the best Ari.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
fine with
Let's
that
see.
being on stream?
Yes, I'm fine with it.
Okay, it's just not
Absolutely.
legible though.
So it's
Yeah,
who
but-
cares? No, it's good. Looks good.
Yeah, no,
And
you
you
can make up
can-
lines. There are lines on it.
Do this
Oh wow, it's actually so much more readable on
way
the
better.
other
What
map.
about that though?
Yeah, if I do this.
Yeah, we can
There you
see.
go. You can
cool.
definitely see that frog is making a rude gesture.
Yeah.
It's a cartoon, like fun, rude.
Yes, it's very good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play the Ob because I like Ob, and I can get some points.
World Tree versus Ob.
Yeah, you're not lying, alright.
15 minutes of shuffling per game.
I am sort of hoping that World Tree doesn't end up really running the meta at Worlds because then we'll have to get judges running around to really assist with shuffling.
Please shuffle faster. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. I have found it like largely with a World Tree deck. If you you hit your thing, if you're not going to draw a card afterwards, you just shuffle on the opponent's turn and it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But if you do need to draw, then hold on, I got to go draw.
Shuffle 25 times over the course of a 40-minute match in World Tree
No.
Ari versus.
You can say no to me. Good. Okay.
No. We stack the decks on stream, so
Well, we should. Also, I just rebuilt this. This is deck list of the week. Ob. And I did not do proper due diligence.
Yeah, this is Jai's deck list of the week.
Yes.
But
It is Jai Canant. The King's Feb AMT winning list. Cool. Okay. And I don't know exactly how to play it, but
it's a
it's an
aggressive
oblast.
off list.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
want
just
this.
simple. Yeah, I don't want my hand either.
So I
is
have.
that
Well, hold
the
on. Let's
same
do
list
that
I
thing.
played yesterday?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's different. That was one of the Beeblums. Wait, who did the Cali testing video with you?
That was Jackmade.
Jackmade. It was Jackmade's list with the
Gotcha.
drafter in it. So this I am getting rid of because I don't have something to jam. I don't know if that's wrong.
It's a fairly slow hand. Like
Yeah.
you can, if you draw into a Rashida, you're like really happy that hand's gas, but without that, it's a little bit tricky. I mean, honestly, that wouldn't have been the worst. This hand's just got nothing for this matchup. The Slot Vandal's cute, but that's kind of it here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are you looking for in this matchup?
Turn 1 Econ.
Okay.
There's a lot of things I can like. The idea of the deck is just play good cards and then try and one thing I'm finding is this deck can get off deep dives without losing too much tempo fairly early a lot of the time.
Okay.
It doesn't usually get the full 2-click deep dives off early, but it's kind of
Is that like Pichasau stuff to be able to...
Pichasau is the main way. I do have DJ Fenris, and I guess in theory you can get Sable. I've never not wanted to get Steve yet, but I did bring all of the IDs after seeing someone on stream in Fight Night this afternoon, DJ into Loup. I'm not sure that was correct, but
I saw that too. I saw Ari DJ Loup, and I said, "What the hell's going on?" I tuned into that stream just to see like the end of that game, and I was like, "What? Why?" There must have been a good reason,
Yeah, I mean, it was an asset spammy-ish matchup, but I feel like a Steve... Tuno is a very good player.
Yeah, I was very curious to go back and watch it when I get a minute. Okay, we need some credits. We need some clicks. So let's grab those.
Yes, we do.
I only need 3. 4. Okay. We're on the reduced... there's more chips there if we run out. This is my travel set that I'm trying out in the numbers of the... Set them in order. Okay, so I'm going to do a mandatory draw, and we're off to the races. Nick is monitoring chat.
It's roughly
Pichasau.
Pichasau. Okay.
Pichasau.
Pronunciation's hard,
Pichas.
I wouldn't mind a little money
Oh, hey, Padre, by the way.
in here. A couple of names I think you've brought some folks over. Padre, nice to meet Frog. Nice to
That's
nice to
Anarcho
chat
Mushroom
with
if you don't recognize
Oh,
that.
I don't. Okay. I do something. I
Yes.
draw a card. It feels bad. Nick, what do I do?
Wait, okay, we're two-handing this?
Yeah.
You're gonna install that,
Yeah.
right? It's just a question of where.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. All right. We figured it out.
Okay.
It's terrible. We're gonna
It
go.
is not great, but
1, 2, 3. I shouldn't have good there. I'm done. It's a very strong opening.
Let's go 1, 2.
Yep.
I'll just get a counter.
Wait, did you you smoothly paid for that? I was like, where did it? Where'd
Let's
the money go?
actually use my click counters here.
Yeah. Saw. Got it.
Click 3. Let's run here.
Sure. Let's go broke on a border control. Feels bad. But not totally broke. Maybe. I res too fast. I should.
No, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
gotta wait.
Feel free to aggressively stop me. Hold on.
I will. Don't worry about that. I know how to play a little bit.
Good. Good. At least somebody does.
That I will use Arissana, and I'm going to install a Pichasau on HQ.
Sure.
And then you can fire
Fires.
border control.
So I get a credit.
And then last click, I'm going to Creative Commission
Okay. Seems good.
Pass over to you.
Mandatory draw. Do. Cards in hand?
5.
Okay. I will go. Install credit.
Okay. Let's go. Click 1, run HQ.
Mm-hmm.
This is the hard part.
I don't like it. Run HQ, you say. No.
The ID art is also aggressive.
No.
Okay, I'll take a click and then I'll access. Here's your actual random die.
Yes. It's a Managarm. That's how I feel. Oh, cool. We have a ladybug on the inside of my thing light again.
That can stay.
Okay.
Click 2, let's run R&D.
How's sandstone? Sandstone.
All right.
I feel this was
Encounter
wrong.
for 1.
That was a wrong res. I should not have res that. Just because I'm going so broke here.
Slap Vandal for 1.
Yeah.
Break for 1. Access top card of R&D.
Yeah, you sure do.
That's on my virus. I'll pay 0 to trash it. Would you like to purge virus counters?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to run archives.
Oh. Come on.
No!
Gonna deep dive.
Oh my god. All right. Wow. I should have seen it coming.
Aggressive.
Just out. Yeah. That's wow. Good one. All right. 1. Oh boy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So
Yep,
you access the Winchester.
So I'll access the Project Atlas, and then I'll spend a click. I'll spend a click to also access the Oaktown renovation.
Yeah, that's pretty wicked.
And that's my turn.
Oh my god, it'll be a short one at least. That's good. Wow. Okay. Aggro frog. For sure.
Yeah, I will say, Anarcho, you got me on this style of list, and it is a lot of fun. And there's some special Jeff sauce in this one as well.
Okay.
All right. I am in danger.
Yes.
It's fine. I've expended a lot of tempo, but
Oh my god,
God,
it finally happened and we missed
We
it?
missed it. We got the deep dive.
Oh no!
it's fine. I've got another one on the deck.
Okay, good. Well, all you need to do is wait till you draw that to win the game.
I have been sitting on that animation for like 2 months.
Yeah. I keep bringing that deep dive sable, hoping.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Is it to me?
Yeah, it's to you.
All right. After that ridiculous turn.
Also, score button.
Yep. You. Think
On
that.
4, yeah. That's a good turn too.
Wow, that was pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Mandatory draw. Did you know there's ice in this deck?
Oh, I saw a bunch.
There's so much of it.
You gave yourself points. Which would be nice.
Oh, you know what? We swapped the mats yesterday. That's why.
Yep. Okay. All right. Okay. We're just doing everything we possibly can to make this
Listen,
complicated.
we're really good at what we do.
I mean, you're making fun of yourself, but this production setup is phenomenal. So.
It is. It's all there. I just show up with cards.
Okay, so I did a mandatory draw.
Basically, I'm doing the same thing.
I'm going to click for 3 credits.
It's the best part of this whole thing. So you just show up and play games, and then Eric's like over there in the corner yelling about masking or something. And
Asking. I'll click for 2 credits,
Yep.
and I will install an upgrade somewhere. And it's going to be here.
It's an interesting place to put that upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay. Click 1. I'm going to run R&D. HQ.
I want to know why. Like, that was.
oh my
Why
god,
is it
it's
interesting?
happening?
Okay.
It would be pretty hard to get through a Managarm and
Look, there's a Cubone in your hand. I know it. I can feel it. Okay, like it's gonna get slapped down. And it's gonna make you the money to get through.
Yeah.
And it's all gonna be.
You're running there.
Eric should have 2 credits. Why should Eric have? You click twice. You went down to 1, resing the sandstone.
I took
right?
the
2 clicks and then.
I clicked for credit twice and installed.
Yeah.
Managarm blocks
we're
the
good.
second deep
I think
dive.
I get that's the intent.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Too little, too late.
I think the problem is you're going to have a hard time scoring out of the remote.
Yeah,
exactly.
Without the Managarm threat.
Yeah.
Now, like, there's probably ways you can juggle that, but.
No, I didn't quite go broke, but it's not looking good. Sorry, here.
Yes, I'm running
no
HQ.
res.
Click 1. I will
res.
take a click back and then see a card out of your hand. That's this one. Cool.
You got to do another deep dive.
I'm gonna run HQ again.
Okay. All right, no res.
That will
Bounces.
give me the click back and then return the piece out of my hand. It's this one. Long time
I
no
have
see.
several of those.
I'm gonna go credit.
In fact, we know the deck list is actually only on 2 sandstones, so it is the same card.
Credit, sure gamble.
Yeah.
Last click, daily casts.
Seems fine. I'm gonna mandatory draw.
This list is treading the line a little bit on aggressive when it really is all of the good possible shaper cards you can put in a deck, and then some slap handles.
Isn't that all you need to be aggressive? Is the ability to just go, no, I'm getting past this.
I do actually, like, it's, this is the thing I've been thinking about while Eric thinks about his turn, is like, Criminals run Boomerang, Anarchs run Botulus, and Slap Vandal is not those cards, but it's not, it is a tool that you can be aggressive with, even if it's not like your central end game play.
All right, well, next turn I'm going to do something really cool. But this turn I'm going to click for 3 credits.
Is that just click for? Okay.
Yeah.
No
All right.
extracts in
That's
hand.
a thing that happened.
Nope.
Click 1, let's Nuka.
I just realized something. Something very important.
Okay.
You can't border control for a sandstone.
That's
bad.
That's a thing that I would not have clocked because I think that not running 3 sandstones is more or less a crime. Though I guess I guess you're running a magnet, so it's not like the end of the world.
Oh,
There's
that's
a magnet.
true. Okay. I wasn't sure what other stuff you had at 3, so.
There's an Afshar as well.
Okay. Click 2. I'm going to play a sure gamble.
I've seen that before. I really wish Full Trojans with Umbrella / Living Mural was good, but unfortunately it's really hard not to just play Good Stuff Shaper. Yeah, good cards are good.
I really want Umbrella to be.
Click 3. I'm going to run HQ.
We'll see what comes in
on
the,
approach.
The next half.
I'm going to put down Pisha.
Yep. Yeah, no action.
All right. I will get a click back and see a card.
If I just let you deep dive, for the animation, will anyone know? Oh, damn it.
Well, you gotta not lose.
Gotta not lose
before.
immediately. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Rough.
RF asking, the thing I can't crack with Ari is how to deal with asset spam. Do you have any advice for that matchup? If I had really good advice on how Ari wins against asset spam reliably, I think I would be
You'd be top.
I would be unstoppable.
Yeah.
Click 3. I will have an answer. Let me finish my turn and then I'll come back to that. So click 3. I'm going to run HQ again.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I've resigned to just not playing this game.
Okay.
Do you want to just stop?
No.
Okay.
No.
Mavirus, I'll trash. You'll purge. Then I'm going to draw a card and install Mystic Miami.
Okay.
So to answer the actual question about
Dip wheels. I like that.
asset spam, yeah. So Lucille is hitting, I think, kind of your couple of main options. I will honestly say, if you I forget what Whiteblade's article is called on StimHack, but it's about asset play. And in general, your principles against assets are either you can try and, if you have the economy, you can try and contest every asset, but you just can't do that in Arissana. Like your deck is not built to do that, right? So your next option is to try and contest just the key assets, and this is probably the way that this style of deck would run because it runs, all of the econ events that you can possibly run. It runs Bahia bans. For some of the more engine decks, it's a little bit. You might end up with some of the same stuff, but I think those engine decks end up wanting to be on both Wheels and Triple Aeneas. I think those actually both fit with the engine fairly well.
Yeah, the Aeneas is good.
The Aeneas is really good.
Bring tech. Your main econ engine.
Yeah. I think like Miss Bones is also like a really good tech card that you can slot and not feel too bad about. But I think like the other thing is like if you're playing Conduit or you're playing Deep Dive, like you can actually just kind of
ignore it.
You can at a certain point decide, I'm done playing their game. We're gonna play this game now. And actually, I think against yellow decks that works pretty well. If you can, once you're threatening, like for a lot of the NBN asset spamming lists, like they don't have a way of actually scoring the Bolognas without install advancing them on the board, unless you end up with a million tags. And I will say Pichasau is actually a great anti-tag tech because you can still put pressure on the board without having to lose without losing the ability to clear the tags.
Yeah, because you have to click. So.
Yeah. So a lot of it's like you have to play very carefully. Against like the Reaper NEH lists, I just basically scoop. But that was, I think if you go with Wheels and Aeneas, like that matchup becomes playable and not great.
I haven't seen too much of the Reaper list with Loup decks being popular, which is kind of nice. So.
That's that part of what I'm thinking. It's like, this style of list can kind of survive because there's a list that hates out assets even harder and it's quite popular, so I can play my cute stuff. But
I'm gonna triple advance this.
Ooh.
Score an Azef. Now I do this first.
Yes.
Right. So I'm gonna trash the Sandstone and the Slap Vandal. I'm gonna go fetch a 2-coster.
You actually get to do this before the Azef gets scored, so you can find
a Tucana
because the Azef protocol is a cost to score, so that you pay the cost before you score it. That then gets Tucana down before the score happens, and now before you shuffle, Tucana is going to fire and search.
Yeah, right. Because I'm going to shuffle again. Yes, we had the same conversation. So yeah, now I'm scoring, and I can go find another piece of ice. And I mean, why not be a big boy?
Yeah, Lucille, I will say, like, my experience against Epiphany is, like, because their ID doesn't generate tempo as quickly as something like NEH does, or, like, as, like, give and take. Yeah, that seems quite solid.
And it's free, so. Okay, 2 meat.
That, like, you can often take the extra little bit of time you need to set up against Hush and a Overclock.
Okay.
To set up against those kind of slower decks, and then you're just like really terrifying as the Shaper player because you can just Conduit lock much harder than they can draw. But taking out stuff like Federal Fundraising is obviously very good if you can afford to
I think that's almost always in those decks. Just like
it's just like you got to
take out that Federal. Yeah. Oh, I've had this.
Yeah, no, that's your Mana Garm.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, it's your upgrade.
It's unknown. It's just a mystery to all.
It could be a Mavirus.
It could be the third Bavirus of. Oh no, the deck does run 3. Okay.
Yeah, it does. Okay,
there you go.
That's my turn.
Yeah.
I have points. I scored them. Woohoo! Woohoo! And it's not my archives.
I put the Mystic in just before coming here, so we'll have to see if I remember how many of those triggers I missed.
Right. Oh yeah, it's always with the weird new cards.
Click 1 is draw. Click 2 is draw.
I'm gonna claw my way back. No, I'm not.
You could.
You're on 3 credits.
I'm on 3.
Click 3 is installed DJ Fenris. Let's go get myself a good friendly Steve.
Hush is never gone.
And click 4, let's run HQ. On approach, I will install a Pisha Sound.
I've seen this before. That's fine. No
Okay,
mess.
when the run is successful, I will show you 2 Sure Damples.
I choose that one.
Okay, I will move that one from the game.
Yeah.
Here, we'll do this just for.
There you go.
Okay, and then I will access this card. Cool. And with my last click again, I will. Actually, no, I think I like having the Peach Style in my hand. Let's run HQ again.
Okay. Still no res, just the piece of ice that will stay here forever and do nothing.
Yeah.
Hey,
there we go.
All right, we're put it out of our misery. This is really messing with me that these are backwards.
Should we just swap them?
I was going to say, we might want to just swap the mats.
Yeah, we're going to swap the mats back.
Yeah.
Because it is really... For those... Just to make this make more sense to everybody, I've arranged my little stream deck here, which is upright in this orientation. There we go.
Yep.
To have score and steel buttons according to playmat color. And Nick and I swapped them last night or yesterday when we were doing a project here. And oh my goodness, it really is messing with me. So.
Yeah, well, so I didn't really get to show the fun, aggressive part of the list.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm sorry.
I mean, okay, I guess a turn 2 deep dive is fairly aggressive.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
So the deck is on Hermes, which I think is one piece. I'm trying out Propeller instead of Cleaver to see how I feel about spending 2 slots on Fractors. And then the other card that I've actually been really impressed with, admittedly at my casual nights, is Joyride.
Yeah.
Because between Joyride and then Legwork...
Damn, y'all have a stream deck. Sorry, go ahead.
You just have a lot of pressure on centrals that the corp really has to respect.
And I could not.
And yeah, I mean that's it. Like that was a turn 1 blowout in a way that the deck very rarely does. But
yeah, I couldn't find Econ, and I should not have rezzed this Sandstone. I don't think, or this Border Control. I'm not sure. I jammed an agenda that I had no plan to score, but I had no.
Sandstone, I feel like is always going to be iffy against Ari because of Slap Vandal.
Yeah.
Like it just seems like very easy for her to deal with. So.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's hard to. Yeah, it's a single RNG is usually not the.
Let's
the
swap the
worst,
mats.
but- Yeah.
And then Nick hop in and.
Do you want me to corp this time or?
Sure. I will. I'm gonna play some Essa. I love.
You keep that
Love
relatively
some
where it is, and I'll slide the other one out.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Will be the easiest way to do this, and they have to go roughly in this orientation and that way. There we go. Okay. Always fun doing this backwards because every motion is backwards. Good. Jeff. I didn't do it. All right. Cool. What's next?
Next is Essa.
Okay, so
I'm playing Essa.
Do people want me to play? I guess off, but let's be
weird.
real and make me play a different corp deck.
I don't sit on this side of the
yeah.
table. This is wrong.
I'll be right back. Sorry. Okay.
Would people like me to play PD, Azmari, Outfit? I can also play Op, but you guys see me play that literally every week. So.
What is in this deck? Let's take a look.
I think yes. As we said earlier, this is the Arella London outfit. This is Mari is the I'm going to call it Sokka's, even though I think it was published by. So I shouldn't call it that. I should call it Wikinometries as Mari. And then this is, I think, the same PD list that literally everyone has been running for an entire 3 years or something.
Yeah. It's got
just,
seamlesses.
Yeah, it's okay, Fairchild rotated, so we'll just put more bronze in its place. I guess it has a Vovo, one of my favorites.
Vovo's great.
Yeah. We see 1 vote for PD, 1 vote for Azmari, 1 vote for Outfit. Thank you
Once
all.
again, chat.
Y'all are so helpful.
Very good at coming to a consensus. This deck, I do want to highlight, has some of the best proxies ever made. You can see here that the printer was a little low on ink.
Oh, that's...
so we got some faded simul chips.
I somehow had to...
Cyan, specifically.
There you go. I was printing some proxies of Burner.
The new card.
The new card that's been fully spoiled.
Wait.
Because that was actually originally what was in this.
Oh, the one that's on
one.
the... Okay.
Oh, have you guys gotten your real spoilers? That would be exciting.
No, we're supposed to get them very soon, though.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
Okay, well, so we've had 1 for everything, so I'm just going to roll.
Why is there a simul chip in Essa? We're going to find out together. No, so this is a Lago Essa deck.
This is a deck that... So, it's my fault. I did this, but it's based heavily on other stuff that's around.
Why is you playing a simul chip instead of a labor rights?
Oh, this is the old version of the deck. This is the egret deck. Oh. I don't know about
I should
that.
not be playing
no,
this?
probably not.
Okay.
I can
All right.
fix it while we're...
All right. Well, I'm going to blue
we're
then.
doing other stuff.
I'm going to Lou instead.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
sure.
still Anarch.
I gotta fix it.
Lou. Look at that. You can see it with the backing.
Y'all have made Essa into a mulch deck. It's an egret thing. It's funny.
Yeah, no, so that is a Begamot.
Do you want to reset the agenda count?
Egret.
If you know how, because I don't. It's hold it down.
Yes,
right
hold it down.
I'm on the blue one. I just hold that.
Gonna do some deck building.
Nope. Okay. There we go.
There we go.
And that one. All right. So that isn't a mulch deck really.
No.
It's a Begamot Lamb Essa deck.
Can you hand my phone to me?
So everything
yeah,
becomes barriers because of egrets and
My phone's got bad pub on it. All right, I'm going to be a very exciting screen presence and look at my phone and deck build, so we can have the right Essa deck.
that'd be good. Are you putting labor rights in? You should. Labor rights seems good.
There is one labor rights in the deck.
Okay.
Just don't mill it.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Just
simple.
don't logo it.
The labor rights is
Well,
like
no, you use the buffer drive to put it back, so it's fine.
Oh, is there?
I don't know. Is there a buffer
no,
drive?
there's no
I
buffer
don't
drive.
know.
There's no buffer
Okay,
drive.
all right.
What? Yeah, I was like, what asset deck has the money to put down a buffer drive?
Jeff did not like
You're
that.
making me angry. All right.
We're playing aggressive runners, not.
Not insane runners.
Yeah, though
Or
it's actually
slow
I think
Essa,
so.
yeah.
You guys were saying before the stream that one of the questions you had from Patreons was like what differentiates the Loup deck from the Hoshiko deck. And I do actually think a big part of it is the Loup deck has to be aggressive to get its engine kind of going,
Yes.
and it like needs to sort of stay ahead of the tempo of the court. If it falls behind, it can work its way out. Like it would be unfair to it to say, oh, it has to get ahead earlier, it loses. But it gets a lot more from the like, I'm going to get up in front and ahead of the court and start disrupting them quite actively. The Hoshiko list, at least from I've seen, play it much more kind of control, remote lock shaper. But
Yes.
I spent hours rebuilding decks, and I just didn't check this one. All the other ones are rebuilt.
Yeah.
Here technically, but talking to my wife on the phone, so there's no sound. She's upstairs with COVID, but nearly all. Oh no! I'm sorry to hear that, Brendan. You can't hear us, so we're sorry.
We're all making. How do you make an apology face?
All I know is thank you in sign language.
Sad.
I wish I knew more. Well, oh well.
I'm sorry everyone had to see what I just did with my
This
face.
is a hand.
Yeah, this is one of those hands. This is a snap keep for me.
I'm gonna keep this hand.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Okay.
All right.
I mean,
Luck,
I've
have fun.
already mulliganed, so I don't have a choice. But I also want to keep this hand.
There were 2 buffer drives in this deck previously. Just
What
just
are
letting you know.
doing?
This
All
was cut 1.
Okay. V1.
Yeah.
Click one.
V
is
0.1 even.
a hedge fund.
Okay. All right. We're fine. It's all fine.
Good.
I just want to do a little
Click
bit of...
2.
Why am I missing
Click
a
3.
Where's
Over to
this
you.
is all weird.
Okay. I'm going to start things off in the correct manner. So you ice hedge fund. Classic. I'm going to play the price.
Okay.
And we will reveal 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is...
This is really interesting.
Yeah.
Solidarity.
You think so?
No.
This cookbook is
You
where
have
I'm
2
leaning.
solidarity badges in the list, I think.
There's 2
usually.
cookbooks.
Yeah, but cookbook is so solidarity badges for once I can start getting into and trashing things.
Oh,
Then
I
it
didn't see the
turns
2.
on.
I didn't see the 2 eyes.
Yeah, no. With that,
Yeah,
I
to
think
me,
I think cookbooks.
I don't even think about the botulus here personally, but
Yeah,
I think the cookbooks.
that's
I don't,
true,
I don't know
for
the contents.
pushing.
I don't know the contents of your hand. Like, if you have an imp in your hand, I'm like, oh yeah, then just botulus imp, let's go.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true. Yep. Poker chips for Psy games. It has never come up.
But
We would just take them in hand.
yeah, the convention is like, oh yeah, you would take these.
Yeah, you
You
take
would,
2.
you would make some noise.
Yep.
And then you just
Clickety-clack.
kind of flip. Yeah. The worst actually for side games is if you're using dice to track your credit counters.
Yeah.
Because-
That stinks, because then...
Yeah, what you end up actually wanting to do is just take a die, and each die represents a full credit, and like.
The answer is just don't play side games.
Click 2. We're gonna price.
Okay, that's all 3 prices.
Yep. We're done with pricing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
all
very
right.
nice. So you
So,
hold on, before
yes,
you do
that's
this.
true. It is draw two. Yep.
And then you get to decide, yeah.
Draw 2. All right.
Could you remind me, is it
Imp seems good.
interrupting? It's trash 4, and then your Steelskin's fire? Or is it mid?
So it's trash 4 cards, trash the top 4 cards of your deck, and I think
And
it's
you
a
may install one of them.
period.
So you go
that
1, 2,
is-
3, 4.
So you trash all 4. It's you're always going to flip it 1, 2, 3, 4, but it is a single action in terms of the game logic.
Yeah.
So all 4 of those get charged simultaneously. Because there's a period, it's the end of the instruction, and so there is a opportunity for Steel Skin and Strike Fund to trigger.
Yeah.
They trigger, and then you resolve the next instruction on the price.
So yesterday when we played our fun game, and I hit a Steelskin mid-price and drew 2 before I finished trashing, and I drew the 2 installables I wanted. I drew them, and then I trashed 2 more events. I should have actually been able to install them.
Yeah. All right. Are we going to do more setup, or are we going to do the thing? You have all the money in the world.
I have 9 credits.
Most of the money
All
in the
of
world.
the money in the world. That's all that there is. I think that's probably too much. Do I just face check? What do you have in there that hurts? You've got, let's see, Valentine cost me money, I believe.
Yes.
Trebuchet would hit my imp.
Yeah.
Does it trash resources as well, or no?
It's trash a card and
a
trace
card.
5 or 6. Trace
Can't
6.
steal, yeah.
You can't
Six.
trash or steal.
Yep. Which would
think
be
6.
bad.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 big ones that I'm thinking about as like common threats. I'm sure there are more. I mean, border control and such, but I'm okay with bouncing off border control. Let's run the hand and see what happens. Oh, no, wait, not run the hand. That's going to be Winchester. Let's run R&D.
You're so smart, Nick.
Here's a Valentine. So
Look at that.
I pay 5. I get a bad pub. I'll just probably put the bad pub here to track it.
Works for me.
And maybe I'll put something on I'll put a purple die on my deed for my own personal tracking.
Yep. Yep.
You don't have that bad pub to spend during this run, so
Correct.
I'll just flip that. Because I gained a bad pub, I get 3 credits back. Okay.
All right. Then we're going to resolve.
Yep, so you lose 2. I gain 2. Wow, this ice is broken.
Right?
That's very
and
good.
then
It's a free
It's a free
Yeah.
outfit if it fires.
It's a free 6 strength. Yeah, it's crazy. It's so
Yeah.
good.
And then I'll end the run because you don't have more than 9 credits.
You're playing the outfit deck. I'm sorry, I was too involved with deck building to see that you were playing this. Cool, very cool.
Last click. I don't know if this is a mistake, but I think it's. See, I'm between those 2.
Surely it's correct.
No, I think it's that one.
Yep. That's probably correct over a fermenter.
Yeah, because the fermenter is too tempting to purge, right?
Yeah. Like, there's part of me that's like, do I actually just purge here?
On a 3 imp.
Honestly, on a 3 imp, yeah, and 1 simul chip in the bin too, so I can't like easily flicker it.
Yeah, it's always
Talk
the
him into
question
it.
of like,
As soon as I put it out, I was like, wait a second. I have no way to pressure these centrals right now. So
yeah,
like,
actually, you know what? You're on no credits. I will take the purge.
yeah, no, I think that is correct. Yep. All right. My turn begins. We will tick up that Flemu, and then we'll use it to install a fermenter, which will come in with 2, thanks to our cookbook. So that's click 1. Click 2, we're going to draw.
Almost
3
there.
credit. Click 4 fermenter.
Okay.
Now we cook
Mandatory
it.
draw.
He's asking permission.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Is that it? Is that it?
Install.
Or approval,
Alright.
anyway.
Install.
I'm less happy about this.
Install. Pass to you.
Okay. I do not have a way to charge my imp. Let's draw a card first. It's not amazing. Poimu does charge there.
And both fermenters take off as well?
Yep. Fermenters ferment. I will
They gonna.
click and pop one.
Yep.
Gain 6.
Where? Oh, okay. This deck was very different before.
Let's pinhole.
Ooh, spicy.
So running archives, I will see the first or second. Let's evens odds. Evens the bottom card, odds at the top, odds at the top.
Malapert, data.
Ooh, that's expensive to trash.
It is, but I also think there's probably a 3-2 there, which would be bad because then it's Malapert
Yeah.
fueling and
Technically, this is only 2 credits to trash.
3, right?
Bad pub.
Oh,
But
bad
then
pub.
Lou makes you a
Forgot
credit,
Yep.
and a card
No,
back.
that part I was thinking of. I was
Yes.
thinking of the Loup part, but not the
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
pub. So, let's do that.
All right.
So I will go down to 2 initially. Then
Yep.
Lou will trigger. Gain me a credit, draw me a card, and there we go.
All right.
2 buffer drives and S's make me question reality.
Yeah, I know.
Got unlucky there.
Dang it.
Would have been good.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I can't let you have the Malapert. You'll use it to draw cards.
There's so many cards.
Okay.
That sickly green color. It's like the most jaundiced
Yeah,
DJ Fenris that you've
DJ
ever
Fenris
seen.
needs to go to an ER.
Oh, right. That
He
was
just
what-
can't stop partying.
I forgot to actually finish the story I was trying to tell about my proxy, which is my printer ran out of apparently every ink except yellow.
All at once.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it was install, take a credit.
Gotcha. All right. Start of my turn. My fermenter will tick. I feel like 4 is about the right number. Poimu.
Yeah, those fermenters really feel like they've got you very in this game. When I was like, oh man, that's over on turn
Literally
2.
the only thing keeping me here, yeah. Let's draw a card. Okay. Are we just doing the same? Gonna pop a fermenter for 8.
Playing some
Okay.
riveting Netrunner.
Yes, yep. These are very different turns. You will notice.
You've got way more credits this time.
Let's pinhole.
Yep.
So I'm thinking
very
I might not
different.
have shuffled very well. But yeah, archives into there. Evens, top, odds, bottom, evens. It's the top one. It is.
A standoff.
Oh.
Nab it. Okay, all right. So let's see. So when you score standoff, oh, it does nothing.
Well,
So
that's,
I just steal it.
no.
It's a pinhole.
It's a pinhole run, so you
Oh,
can't
that's
do
right.
nothing
I just
to it.
sit here watching it and then put it back.
You read the very, very small text.
Trash
Yeah,
is
yeah.
one,
The
install
flavor
card.
text that got accidentally used for the rules text.
Boo. All right. I still have a click left.
Sure do.
Okay. We can play Essa tonight.
Let's do it. We'll install a buffer drive for net 1 using our paladin,
Okay.
and then that'll be it.
Sounds good. Mandatory draw. Oh, are you kidding me?
What'd you do?
I drew. That's. Is
No,
that
no,
a
no,
one?
say it out
Which
loud.
card?
Is this? Oh.
Yeah.
This,
Say it out
Is this a
loud.
one of in the list?
Yes. I believe so.
Can I check?
Oh,
Well, okay. I'm gonna res it to Kana.
oh, that's the
Oh,
worst
dear.
possible draw.
I'm gonna advance 2 times.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna score a standoff.
Yep.
I'm gonna search my deck for whatever I can.
So you get to stack the trigger, so you're stacking the 2 kana first before the standoff trigger.
I am stacking Tukana before. Oh, that's tragic. So, because this is a stream game, I don't really
Yeah.
care. I drew the archer this turn.
Oh.
I could have just put the archer on this remote, and basically it was going to be untouchable for quite a long time.
Yup.
Actually, against this Loup deck, that's not super true.
Because simulchip.
Because Simulchip Tranquilizer.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Oh, Trank. Yeah.
What I think I'll do though is I will put a we'll put the Winchester here.
Yeah.
This would normally cost 5 credits, so it costs 3 less, so it costs 2 credits.
Tucana is an econ card.
And then when I score standoff, oh no, this isn't what the text does at all. I have to go look up what the hell standoff does. I think I have to trash my own card, and then you can either.
You can trash first.
Yeah.
And then if you do, he can trash one. And then if he does, it continues, or he can pass, and you just gain 5 credits.
Oh, but I don't think I want to give up 2 cards on this board state, and you don't mind giving up the imp too much here, I think.
I think that is correct.
So I will just have...
Run our trashes first? What? No. That's wrong.
What?
No, that's wrong.
Maybe that is right.
That's not how...
Well, no. I mean...
No, because like the text on this...
Oh, London's in... This is London's deck. Hi, London.
Run our trashes first.
Run our trashes first.
So I would be trashing an imp.
If you... Yes. And
You
then
trash
it goes,
a card.
And then it would go back to you.
Okay. And then...
I'm bringing it up just for awareness.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
You
so
can
looking
save
at
it for the
this
simultaneous,
right now, right?
When you score this agenda, the runner may trash one of their installed cards. If they do not, draw 1 card and gain 5 credits.
Draw 1 card too?
Yeah.
Otherwise...
So it no longer goes back and forth, right?
Otherwise...
This still has draw 1 on it. Like it's not a change. It's not
okay.
that card
Gotcha.
doesn't change.
Okay.
The original, and for like a week after this card came out, it was actually the most fun version where I said, trash this card, and you would point at my board and say trash that card.
Yeah.
We would just play chicken in that way.
That's way cooler.
Yeah, that's
You score it and then you just wipe.
yeah, no, that's got to be like an unset card, I think.
The only rules change is what cards you can trash. Yours only now. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only actual rules change.
You don't draw if the runner trashes.
Okay, so when you score standoff, each player starting with the runner trashes 1 installed card until 1 player declines to trash. If you decline to trash, I get a card and 5 credits. If I decline to trash, nothing happens.
That's right.
So, all right. So if I trash the imp, I at least force you to trash something. I think that the inner ice on the HQ
I'm actually
is
going to trash
probably...
this and then pass back to you.
Tear it all down.
Yeah, I've just spent all this time building it. No, I'll pass.
Okay,
I don't know that I can.
Buffer drive does not work on installed cards,
It does not.
which is sad because it would be pretty funny.
And
I trash this. Oh, buffer drive. Put it back.
last click I will install on the remote.
Okay, all right.
Rare witnessing standoff during doing something. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a 1 of in this deck too. So.
I'm not sure it. Yeah, we'll see how I feel about this. No offense, London, after playing this. I think I played against you playing an AMP version of this list, and I wasn't super impressed. But
I have been impressed with how fast this gets built up in
Yeah.
general. I've played, London and I played 2 or 3 games over the past couple days online randomly. And it always is like 6 ice deep really, really fast.
My first click was draw, and then I remembered that I have a steel skin in hand already.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just going to draw 3
course.
instead. So, yep. All right. So we've got that and that.
The small standoff text is to put you in the mindset of a person in front of a massive truck.
Yeah, that sounds correct.
that does look like a very AMP style truck.
Yeah.
Let's...
It's very big. This card always reminds me of Museum of History for some reason. I'm not sure why.
I'm going to install a simul chip
It seems like they're in a museum.
using Quaimu. And then, but I don't have a program to trash.
I don't have a score 0
It's
button.
the saddest thing in the world. Yeah, to make
For the
the sound
sound
effect,
effect,
but not.
I realize I should be, if I'm laughing, I should laugh this way rather than.
Well,
this
no, it's
way.
okay.
It'll
It's okay.
disappear.
My head is creating the bright spot. There it is. There it is.
Yep. Yeah.
We got some hot spots going tonight.
Do I have anything in here that I think is worth? Maybe that one, but also imp. I kind of want to get that Tucana though. All right, let's do this. I will click to install a clot.
Ooh.
You installed a clot.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep. It's a weird hand. And then I'm going to run it the Tucana.
All right. I'm going to res the archer I showed you, forfeiting standoff.
Yeah, that's bad.
You knew it was there.
I didn't know it was an archer necessarily. All right. So Corp gains 2, trash 2 programs, and end the run. Do I have anything that can get me through that? It's a sentry.
Yeah, you could pop
strength.
the revolver. Yeah.
Can you revolver through that very
6 strength.
6
easily?
strength? Oh yeah.
Is it-
or cost?
It's
money to pump and then it's bullets to break, right?
Yes,
So,
it's gonna be 3 shots to break.
4, and then 3 shots. Yeah. 4 shots, right?
it depends on if you care about the
I would
corp
not
getting
care
credits.
about
Yeah,
getting
you actually
credits.
actively want me to go above 8 credits here. You more or less want this +2 to fire, because that way I can't play too big to fail.
There you go.
That is a threshold, and
Yeah.
it matters. And you're on only one bad pub, so.
All right, so we are going to simul-chip, ditching the clot, to get a revolver.
Oh, you just wanted simul-chip fodder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was all that clot was. Yeah. I wasn't like installing it.
'Kay.
Come on. All right, so then.
It's all not an unreasonable install against outfit, just blind either. But
Yeah, agreed.
so it's spend 4 to boost.
Yep. So we hit that. We go to 2 credits and then 3.
Oh, actually, you can. Well, yeah, you can spend the bad pub, and you can spend it on the Tucana as well.
True. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
So then we get to the Ducana. We trash it with bad pub. We draw a card, gain a credit. And that's all my clicks. Running last click. Sometimes it works.
Even against an archer.
Run with your eyes closed, I guess.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Can't hurt you.
You couldn't see the archer despite.
But I did the setup first, okay?
Install.
I had a plan.
You did.
It's like I got botulus, I
Install.
got this, I got things.
Let's.
Corp gains 2 from archer.
Oh
yes,
yes, thank
yep.
you.
Thanks, London.
Where do I want to put these? Maybe over there. That'll be.
What is this, the forfeit
that's frame.
agenda?
Yeah, that's sort of in frame.
That's fine.
So quick rules question. You said getting you to 8 was important because you couldn't
Getting
play
me
too
to
big.
10 was important.
10. Okay, that's what I thought. I was. Oh, you
But
spent
I was
one
at,
to.
I
yeah,
was at
okay.
8, and
Gotcha,
then I just spent
gotcha.
1 to yeah.
Okay, I was trying to figure out if gaining the bad pub and gaining the money somehow made you ineligible to play the event, and then it undid everything. But that would be
So
insane.
install, or sorry, it was technically install, or whatever. But
Yeah, it's not going to be too big a deal. All right,
Ouch.
let's see.
Big deal.
Yeah,
It's a big deal joke?
Yep, yep.
But,
And also kind of a too big to fail joke. So let's draw a card.
I'm sorry,
let's
that's what
first
I meant.
Poimu.
Damn it.
yeah,
Poimu. And then I'm going to draw a card with my first click. Neat. Interesting. Interesting. Let's draw a card.
Well, what?
I don't know.
Have you ever said that before?
Intradasting?
Yeah.
Yeah, occasionally.
Okay.
It's,
okay.
it's when
That's
you're-
not what I heard.
Yeah, me neither.
What?
I've not heard intradasting.
Okay.
This is weird to you? We're the weird ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird dudes. Let's strike fund.
Yeah.
To gain 3.
Having a whale of a time over there.
Oh yeah, we're very. This is going very well. Aggressive.
Durdle, durdle,
BE
durdle.
Aggressive.
That's
Yep.
the thing about the Loup deck that can be
That costs you a credit.
tricky, and maybe it's a
no, it
skill.
doesn't. It comes
might
up
be a
when-
skill issue, but like I've had several games with the Loup deck where I go, all right, cool. Oh, there's ice. I'm stuck, and you just sort of have to durdle until you can get something.
Well, and that's why the Botulus would have been a defensible first turn
Yeah.
pick over the
Yep.
cookbook.
Like I said, skill issue probably.
I think the cookbook was probably wrong. It was the slow pick,
yeah.
right?
Click 1 is install, and then res Arella,
Mm-hmm.
and then res Tucana. Then I'm going to advance,
Score.
Here
standoff.
we go.
score a hostile.
Okay.
That makes me 10 in the bad pub.
Yep.
I'll let you.
Another bad pub, which at some point I will.
And
remember.
then Arella's going to trigger.
And notably, Arella can go get not just an agenda or an upgrade, but also a piece of ice. If
Yeah.
you still have
she
a
wanted.
click left, huh?
No, click
No?
1 was install Arella,
Oh, install,
and then I
okay.
advance the hostile.
Gotcha.
Then I'm going to search my deck, and let's go and put. Let's go and res a trebuchet, spending 7.
Look at
Then I
that.
get another bad pub,
3 bad
so I
pub.
make that, and I go up to 3 bad pub.
But I have so much money to spend. when I come after you.
Whenever that is.
Definitely a thing that's going to happen.
With your Audrey.
Yeah.
Which
here's
uses
somewhere.
not money. This is why we all need some Bahia bands in our decks.
Yep.
Just to install stuff off of that.
Oh, I forgot that Jacana actually discounts the cost by 3,
Yeah.
but I don't think I paid the install cost, so we're going to just take 2 credits
Okay.
additional.
Gotcha.
Because I paid 7,
Century,
I should have paid 8, and then subtracted 3, so 5.
Yep.
And then get 3 back. Yeah, Jacana's a good card.
This is the thing with this deck. If that is allowed to exist, this is just going to go,
Yeah. Yep.
out and out and out.
All right.
Mind if I peek?
Sure.
Show me.
It's good to know.
All right. My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Poimu. Let's Steel Skin. Doing everything in the least efficient way possible.
Wait, what's inefficient about this? Oh, just because you're playing it?
Yeah, I'm playing it instead of just pitching it.
You
to
need it to
things.
dig, though.
That's true.
I support the steel skinning.
Yeah. All right. Let's.
It's a verb.
Yeah.
Skinning.
Yeah, steel skinning.
Oh, boy.
I don't like that. Let's
Sorry.
see. I've got 1, 2. Okay, I could do that. I could do
Yeah.
that. All right. Let's.
I will say probably also this outfit list does feel well positioned against these sort of Loup mulch decks.
Does.
So
Yeah.
it's definitely we kind of opted into a pretty hard matchup for you.
Yeah.
That's all right.
It is-
That's all right. Had to happen at some point. Paladin.
Well, I played against...
Money.
I played this
Install
list,
that.
or a similar list, against him on Ob yesterday, and it was, like, also a very hard matchup, because just all the virus and all these ice keep me out constantly.
All right. So to get through the trebuchet is going to be 4 money, 3 of which is bad pub.
Yep.
And 2 bullets.
Sounds good.
And then the Valentine I can get through
2
while giving you
counters.
2
I
money.
gain 2. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So I think we do that.
Okay.
So you gain your 2?
Well, so we're gonna make the run here.
Yes.
Do you have a plan to get the imp down?
No.
So then, while I love the idea of being aggressive, being aggressive for a
Being aggressive.
single is not ideal.
That's
in
fair.
this situation, probably. I don't think that makes the botulus install bad or anything.
It can cook up.
It can cook up, and like you can kind of
What about that, though?
next turn, like yeah, you could put it on this remote if you want to challenge this, right? It's definitely an
true.
option.
Because if this fires again, it's just getting harder.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
Now,
so, like,
this does... Just because there's an advancement on there...
Oh, I know,
Arella lets
it's
you...
not.
Arella
Yeah.
lets put... Yeah, an advancement
Yeah,
goes
so
on
that
any
aren't-
card.
You
Actually
could do
advanced.
this if you want.
I think that makes more sense, probably.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So it was Steel Skin install, and then yeah, we'll run it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
This is where we discover.
Maybe blackmail Val.
Here we discover that Jeff made a mistake. I should have put Botchlis here instead of Trebuchet there. I was like, oh yeah, he can't get through an Archer. In fact, you literally had a tech for Archer right there. So I'll spend 7, take another bad pub, so that makes me 3 more credits.
On 4.
Yep, but I don't have it yet.
Yep.
And now it's a Trebuchet. So Botchlis goes right through.
Yep.
And then
And then we get to the Archer. We
Yep.
spend same amount, basically 4
Yep.
and
3 bullets.
3 bullets.
Yep.
We're out of
I'll
bullets.
make another $2. And now you make it all the way through.
Yes. And then I get to access things in an order. Let's do Tucana first.
Arella's
Okay.
5 to trash.
Sure is.
I will trash the Tucana, draw a card, gain a credit.
Yep.
Let's look at the face down. Why not?
You got it. This is, as I said, me being a little bit overly greedy. So
All right.
on the Jacana trigger,
No, because I trashed the
No,
Tucana
it's
first.
persistent.
it's
Oh, it is
persistent.
persistent.
I almost asked you why you're bothering to do that first. But,
But no,
because I
and
wanted
for
the money
Loup,
and draw,
and
depending
and
on
it
what
slows
slows
it
there.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
So I'll put border control here. This would normally cost 6, so it costs 3.
that's a pretty steep remote.
Yes.
Points.
yes.
1 to
and,
2.
Yeah, and they are on the right planet.
Yep.
So.
I did score for both.
That's fine.
So the
It's fine.
sound is
It's
wrong.
fine. It's fine.
But look,
We don't acknowledge these problems.
no, it's everything that I just did was correct and accurate. All right. We
Never apologize.
actually
Julius
have other problems, though, which is that I think I've already got 3 simul chips in the bin. 2 simul chips.
Where's
One
those
is on the
label
table.
rights?
Yeah, 2 in the bin.
And 1 in play.
Yeah.
This might be a 3 labor rights deck.
I think it's 2. Maybe, no, actually, maybe the Loup is 3.
I think I put a 3rd in. Because I like recursion. I think I swapped a finality out, and I put a...
Oh.
There's not usually finality in the Loup
There,
list.
this is
Appointment triggers.
Yes, it does.
Giat's
Doesn't change anything.
constantly be
actually.
imping CBI with a 1x finality.
I'm gonna
And I said I don't like it. I
click
want it
for
better than
credit.
rights.
I have 6
Now
cards in
it's
hand,
Yep.
and I will discard a tranquilizer for no reason.
Wait,
Nope,
end of your
don't
turn.
like
You don't
the
want to do
taste
the
of
thing?
What thing?
Don't you? Oh, it's the end of his turn.
End of his turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. That is. Listen, we're setting up.
Sorry, I got all excited.
Click 1 is install and res a spin doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Click 2 is draw a card. Click 3.
Ah,
We're gonna put our score area over here. So I
you're
can
allowed
put
to
my-
live
I'm going to draw
Because
another
it was
card.
empty.
because it's empty.
Well, it wouldn't have moved if it wasn't.
It's true.
All right.
And then I almost discarded a card face up. Good job,
No,
Jeff.
you can do that if you want to. I don't think you can actually.
Yeah, what do the rules say about
At
that?
end of your turn, I will simul chip, kill the revolver to install a tranquilizer
On the archer.
on the
It
archer,
comes
which
in
will
with
come
2
in
virus
with 2.
counters.
Yep. And then start on my
in
turn.
It goes up to 3, and archer goes to sleep.
Yes.
Sleepy Archer.
Which is not bad.
Can we please recognize like one of the best alts?
It's so good.
This tranquilizer is so good.
It even the do not exceed 2 doses thing at the bottom of it is
Yeah.
my favorite part about it.
Oh my
'cause, like,
goodness, really?
Yeah,
Yes.
tranquilizer program, criminal program virus, 2 costs, 1 mam, install only a piece of ice, and
It's like it's everything's there, but like it's so sick. It's so sick.
Yeah. There was somewhat this, and someone actually posted a really good slap vandal that was also at this orientation.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I kind of like to let that be okay for runner programs. Like, it's
Yeah.
not technically, the information is not all in the right place, so like maybe it's not kosher for the most competitive events, but at the same time, I'm like,
for Trojans, it's
I'm playing a
perfect,
Liberates.
though,
Yeah.
because you always tend to put them sideways
yeah.
just to fit them on the board.
So those are the 3 that get trashed.
Yeah.
And then I'm putting 3 cards back in, which is no Liberates gets RFG. Can't be that one. So it'll be simul chip, and in an interesting and cool thing to do, simul chip. Yeah, I'm not putting a price back in. Or,
No.
Yeah,
3
it's
simple
just-
chips is right.
It's basically just
Okay.
that card's 3 of those.
Well, yeah. If there were a Liberates in there, it would have been
Yes.
sensible to
Yeah.
put it back. But all right.
I think so. Yeah.
So now that I am
2
almost
simul chips
entirely
and a
from the
Liberates.
deck, it's time to start playing the game.
Be aggressive. Slowly.
B-E,
Be passive aggressive.
eventually aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's an interesting thing about, like, oh, instead of that cookbook, if it was a botulism and one of these 2 pieces of ice, how would this game look different?
A lot. Yeah. Because I could have gotten through the Valentau at first.
Yep.
Like,
Did you get a buffer drive trigger off labor rights, or did I miss it?
yeah, I should. It's the bottom 3 cards, though. So we've got Audrey, Imp, and Moshing. And out of those, I think simul chips just went back in. I already have an Imp in the bin. Audrey being in the bin is helpful from a simul chip standpoint.
So, yeah, imp.
So I think Imp back in the deck.
and
makes-
it would get shuffled in.
There you go. And I haven't drawn my card for Liberates yet, so.
Nice.
Perfect.
We're really good at remembering how cards work over here.
Yeah. When you read them and remember what you said.
My excuse is I've been in the car for 4 hours today.
Oh man.
And
You
my
went above and
excuse
beyond.
is,
You haven't been playing Netrunner for a decade like some people at this table
there
have.
you go, that too. Let's
It's
run the
actually-
Spin Doctor.
Yep. I was like, oh yeah, I can just let you trash. Oh wait, letting you
No,
trash.
do it.
That's empty. You can.
You let me trash it. I'll spend money on it, even not my money,
Yeah,
but
you're
you know.
excited about
Someone's
that.
money. Yeah, I'll pop and put back a.
Whose money is
sorry,
bad
this
pub
much
money? You know,
is coming.
like who are these
It's,
financiers?
it's your crowdfunding folk.
Yeah, I think that's it.
It's your SJWs funding your.
Is that it?
social justice warriors.
You're putting up a GoFundMe.
GoFundMe,
Yeah,
for,
yeah,
yeah, exactly. I love it.
Oh, this is in my deck. It's
And,
not
you know, like
Help
the
us
financial...
fight! Don't forget Botulus. We
Oh,
have
yes.
forgotten Botulus. Yep.
Thank you, chat.
It's a good thing chat's here to play the game.
Thanks,
for me.
Ref. We appreciate you.
Let's see. Last two here. This is
That's it. I was like, which
awkward.
Yeah. I had it here, and it was just like off my forehead.
Yeah.
It's like, all right,
Yeah.
over there.
I think I'm going to draw a card. And I'll play a Strike Fund.
Nice.
This is a board state.
It is
Joel.
technically a board state, yes. It's all of this is legal.
We got cards and poker chips.
All right. Let's go install. Advance.
Yeah, I don't have
Advance.
the clot lock, so
Yeah.
I can't do anything about that.
I'm going to score a red capture.
Yeah, we are at that point, aren't we?
That's what
the
so
four
we have
is
a
for.
score 2 on blue.
And let's put... Let's put this card down with an advancement token.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm good, thanks.
I came prepared. If you said no, I was going to say yes.
All right. So that's your turn?
That's my whole turn.
Okay.
Okay, we
Tick.
get the joy of
Tick.
And...
the on-stream nose blow. I'm sorry.
Better than me constantly eating on stream.
Oh, people love mouth sounds. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, yeah. I heard it's ASMR or something.
Yeah. Yep. I'm going to draw a card. All right, that's good. Let's...
London, I was thinking about that too. About getting an Isorella moment. I think it was
Install now.
pretty defensible there as well.
Gotten ice. Yeah. I think I'm gonna move some stuff.
My sense is this card is higher value and the server is still defensible.
Let's... Am I
Yeah.
just building this turn?
This is the rest of HQ. No draws, obviously. And
Do you have how many cards in
This is the
HQ?
install.
Face down? 3 or 2
I have
in HQ?
one face down.
No, sorry. Here. I meant in
Oh.
archives, yeah.
2.
2.
Yeah, one from the standoff and one from a discard 2 turns ago.
Okay.
If you want water.
So that's probably not an agenda, not really worth doing that for.
Approval. The architect.
I am really having a hard time with this
Getting real
last
thinky over here.
thing. So the question is this.
Aggressive. Yes? What is the question about it?
I don't think I should do it.
Last click?
Correct.
Yeah, don't.
Exactly. So
Agreed.
then the question is, what else am
knew
I
the
doing?
answer to that.
I knew the answer.
Do you
but
need every card in your hand?
No.
Then
so I should
draw.
draw a card. Yes. Okay. All right. Well,
This was
I
a
just
learning
drew an
moment.
option. Yep.
Would you? Oh, another non-curie. Right, yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. So this is Rashida.
I've been there before where you're like, I want all these, and then you go, I actually don't
need
want them all.
Well, no, I knew that. I was looking at my hand and going, this is dead, but like, that doesn't give you plays either, you know?
Okay.
So, yeah, draw.
Let's go click to draw. Too big to fail. Go up to 5 bad pub.
Right? Now, if
And
only I had some way to spend money.
install in the remote server from my last click.
Mm-hmm.
I should take my 10 credits from too big to fail though.
Yeah, probably. It might be a good idea. All right.
I owe you a discard first.
Oh, okay. I was like, where's the Rashida? Did he find the Rashida? I missed it.
Yes.
It's under the, too big to fail, so. All right. I'm going to draw a card. Okay. All right, game. Fine.
Card games be that way.
Yeah, I am looking for specific cards. So
Where's
I
your
just
second
keep
Botulus?
drawing.
Was this the second? No.
Draw.
Where's your man?
There's
No,
the
where's your
second.
third? Sorry.
Oh,
So- and we forgot to take
There's
both
2
of these.
Botulists and 2 Fermenter in this list.
Fair.
There's only 2 Botulists?
Yeah.
This is, can't be
Madness.
right.
You disagree with that?
Madness.
No, you need to have 3.
all right.
Otherwise, why you're just setting yourself up for failure.
Third
Okay.
click moshing.
Well, you're setting yourself up for this board state,
1,
right?
2,
There's one here, though. There's a Botulus right there.
3.
And there's a Botulus
yeah,
here,
and
but
there's
there
no
should be-
simul chips.
No, like
Yeah.
it's like, but you actually there are a lot of board states where you want 2 to 3 Botuluses on the board, providing value
Taking
for
away.
you.
Yeah. So I moshed. I trashed a cookbook, a
Paladin?
buzzsaw, and a strike fund. Yep, I should have a credit on Paladin.
Yep.
Then I'm going to draw 3. And why not? Last click, we'll install an Audrey.
Sounds good.
2 real credits.
That comes in with a virus counter.
Yes, it does.
We are running it. Oh,
Yep. Nope. Got plenty of red dice. I have more, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
all right. Mandatory draw. Mm-hmm. Click 1, draw.
Buffer. So that's going to be the strike fund, I believe.
Yes, that's
sure.
always the strike fund.
Yep.
At this
That was
point,
in the first.
right
That was
to
the
the
first
bottom.
time you trashed.
Yep.
Lennon and Ref are just like, you missed this, you missed that, you missed this.
Let's see. Last click, we're going to just draw again. And I owe you quite a few cards here. That will be 1. That will be 2.
Oh, I have Knob Curry, so my MU is fine.
This will be 3. Over to you.
Okay. We get ticks and ticks. Let's.
Paladin.
Yep, Paladin ticks. First click, we will install the imp,
Nice.
and it will come in with 3. So then, second click.
Hard to remember all the triggers while streaming, and you're doing great. Oh, thanks.
It's very generous.
Second click, simul chip.
Nice, nice.
Third click, run the remote. See if we
Okay.
can't get rid of that Arella. Well, see if we can't get border controlled anyway.
Okay, you get to border control.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
It's I would have to pitch card to
Yep.
gain strength, which is not ideal because I am probably going to be saving that for the other thing, and I probably just want to flicker the trank for a Botulus. Do I keep the trank there?
He
Yeah,
can
no, because
res
otherwise
another-
you can't res it.
Yeah.
Yeah, until you purge.
Single virus in this.
I guess I don't know what your hand like. You have to have 3 really important cards in hand, from my perspective, to not just break the border control with Audrey, because you're
Yeah.
already breaking this.
I was worried
And
about you
then-
resing that and me not having the answer, but I can at that point
What?
flicker for the
yeah,
thing.
exactly.
So,
It's
yeah.
like
All right, we're gonna pitch
yeah.
our
If
neck.
you're, I guess like one thing to think about, like if you're like, oh, I need to use the trick for the border control. Well, then the threat for here is very live, right?
Yeah.
So,
All right, and then we will remove a virus counter from
and
Audrey.
you actually may put the imp on the bottom of your deck if you'd like to with buffer drive.
I think we will. Seems good.
Tap it, and then maybe you'll remember it.
I will not.
Okay.
All right, next.
my
Let's,
hope.
yep, 2 to get through. Then we come to the Archer. Would you like to res?
No.
Okay. I will continue.
right.
Let's access Arella. Sorry, on success.
Oh yes.
I'm going to charge Audrey.
yeah.
Then I'm going to trash with Imp, which will tick up Audrey, draw me a card, gain me a credit. A little late.
It's happening.
Then I will access the face down, which is a Tucana, which I will bad pug to kill.
Yep. And that will give you another Audrey counter.
Oh, yes. That isn't just once per turn, is it?
No.
Okay.
It's funny, you could have spent the bad pub just to trash the Arella. You don't even need to use the imp charge.
I think the imp charge is still correct.
It saves you 1 credit. But anyway, you didn't know that because Tucana wasn't out. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's Andre.
Hey, Andre.
Hey, Andre. Thanks for joining.
Last up, like I said, a little late.
It is Havoc.
No, I think I'm going to draw a card. Okay, that's it. I'm done.
Mandatory draw. I'm going to
Sorry, I'm not intentionally slow playing. It's just
Alright, good.
No.
install.
This is an interesting game.
Going to advance. Any actions?
I
It
do
could
have a
be one
simul
of
chip
these.
on the board, huh? Yes. So I think I then flicker something, which what shall I kill? Botulus? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's the Botulus. Because I have Audrey to get through the trebuchet now.
Okay.
So I kill the Botulus and bring out a clot.
Wait.
And the Botulus over the Tranquilizer is because...
Yeah, why are you doing that?
I don't think it's actually indefensible.
So I have a way to get through the... Well, I guess that would force you to do the... And it would reset the Tranquilizer.
Right now you're spending 3 cards to get through these 2 ice, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, let's do the Tranquilizer instead. It rearms the trap if I want to pull it later. So
It was already armed. What do you mean, on some other ice?
yeah, I can now do the trap onto something else
Okay.
with another simulchip. So
Sure.
anyway.
Oh, yeah, you could put it on a trebuchet or a melancholy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Thimble doesn't cost cards to go through.
I mean, if
That's
I had
true.
a thimble, that would be true.
It's true.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Good fact. Diarrhea.
Where's your ice?
If you don't res it, it's free. Did you know that?
Where's your ice carver? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Or your chisel. I mean,
Yeah. There are many cards that could exist.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right.
This. Oh, do you think that this is a thimble rig? The border control?
Yeah, it is a border control. Just because
looks different. It's the OG art that's
it's
badly printed.
it's
Yeah,
the
it's an
FFG
old border. Yeah, there. That's it.
yeah.
okay, that makes more sense. Yeah. Or maybe
yep.
you just saw this little sliver of red or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes some
behind it,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh, and it's a very blue art.
Yes.
Okay, it's making sense. It's
Yep.
making sense.
this is a
I looked
board
down and
state.
it was like, what could be? Oh, that. Yeah.
We're going to install a simulchip
Yep.
because you can never have too many. We're going to draw a card.
Yep.
This is a hand. Let's
We got there
draw a card
finally.
and install a solidarity badge.
Okay.
You keep like slap installing right on the edge of a poker chip, and it breaks my heart.
So, okay.
Panda.
I'm a little bit surprised that you would clot lock me and
I know.
then not
Not
contest
go
the
through
remote.
it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm very confused too. I was kind of wondering, like, why are
Well,
you clot locking a
okay.
hostile?
So the problem is that the hand that I have is not Audreyable
Okay.
easily.
So it had. Yeah, maybe take a mental snapshot of this hand because I'd love to go back through this turn later.
Yeah, I mean, oh, okay, that.
Those two. Yeah.
So I'm going to advance,
It's not entirely telling the truth.
All right. Look.
score a regulatory capture.
Okay. All right. We're gonna score two
Or two.
on blue.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to install. And then
Whoa.
I'm going to install.
What the hey now?
Encroaching on your playmat space.
This is illegal.
Judge.
Okay. All right. So it's my turn, and I think I know what I'm going to do. Let's run the giant one.
Oh, this should tick up to 4, which actually could be relevant here.
Yes.
It's a lot of ice to res.
Let's start with a Hortum.
Okay. 4 strength code gate.
Oh, that's a very good
no
ice for you.
Really easy way to get into it.
Stares at archives in sadness.
Believe me, London, I agree.
That ice wants to be a Reladin.
What, I should be
'cause-
running
'cause-
archives? Or?
No,
Well,
no.
because Arella's in archives.
Arella
yes.
says ignoring all costs.
Yeah.
So it would have
Yeah.
saved me 4 credits there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corp is not playing the list on their sheet. What? Yes, they are. What do you mean?
Is this list not? I'm very.
He doesn't.
Hortum.
Sorry, London
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
have a Hortum in the list. I didn't have a third Winchester, and so I chose Hortum.
Oh, I think Hortum's a great choice.
Yeah.
All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to simulchip the clot.
Yep.
All right,
get
London. I said
Botulus.
he. I don't know your pronouns. I'm sorry.
Botulus, which will come in with 2.
Yep.
And that'll get me through.
Okay.
Through that.
Judge.
Let's res border control.
Huh. Wild.
Oh my.
All right. Well, I'm going to discard a labor rights, which sounds wild until you remember I have a buffer drop.
That's sweet tech.
Thinking. All right. And then we will one for Audrey to get through.
You can encounter this border control.
Yep. I will.
Just dragging them through it.
I mean, I know.
Yes, you know
this run is over.
what will happen eventually.
But I need to make you
You need to
spend
continue.
them.
Yes.
Yeah. This.
That's the
stinks.
beauty
All right.
of.
I'm not sure you do. I
Really?
think you can just say.
Screw it
here-
and go to the hand.
Yeah,
or-
now that you've seen this is double border control, I don't think you can get in the server 3 times with the 2 additional times with what you're presenting here.
That's a fair point.
So now you start saying, okay, R&D for the win. I think it's gonna. You have to see 3 agendas on 3 consecutive accesses.
Yeah.
But you can math it out and say, unless I have another simulchip in hand,
How many credits do you have?
You.
0.
0 credits.
But there's ways I can.
There's
true.
too big to fails, and like there's 0 credit gain stuff that could then become click.
Oh yeah, actually that's a great point. The way that the ways that would work for me are something like too big to fail, seamless advance, or take a credit, advance audacity.
You have another rig cap in the deck.
Oh, right, but I need to get 2 to 3 advancements on this card.
Right.
And I
Right.
have 0
So-
credits.
It would have to be.
So-
Yeah, but no, but you could too big to fail, advance, and score a rig cap.
if
with
this
the game.
was here
Yes.
already.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what that means
That's what I'm
then is that you need to take the too big to fails out of my hand.
So I need to go HQ.
Which is a trashable piece of.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
I have imp. So
Exactly.
all right. So in that case, we're gonna let the. So do we let the first border control fire?
If you
And-
do, that
gives
gives
him
me
money.
5 credits.
But I'm gonna let this one fire too.
You can just jack out instead.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, let's jack out.
Because this was already res, I
Yes.
believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always forget that jacking out is the thing. You're not
Yeah.
just stuck.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, it's
leave.
strategy. All right. Let's do the hand then.
Yeah.
All right. So we come to a Winchester, which is going to be 2 cards to get through. Which
Yes, it
is
is.
a lot. But we'll do it.
What was that?
Cleaver and a mad dash.
Sounds
which is
good.
unfortunate because that was part of my winning plan. But
What's it? Okay, wait. Now I have to. Do you mind if you just show me what the other card in your hand is? You
that
already
another-
just put one on the bottom of the deck this turn. So the mad
you
dash
think
is
that's
way.
the yeah?
Okay, so here's
Well, no,
the
no,
reason I'm
because
saying is
I know I'm thinking about like, do I? Because I can trash an agenda and then go get it with the mad
Yeah.
dash.
Yes.
Right. That's the obvious thing. But I was also thinking that labor rights. But no, the game's almost over. The labor rights is dead.
Yes,
Okay.
and you have another one on the bottom
That's
of
the
your deck
big
to get
thing.
back the other labor rights.
Yes. Yeah. I can
Yeah,
do. I can
costs
do a labor
you-
rights.
It's like, I'm spending one
love
simul
this.
chip to go and do that.
You won't just crack the code.
mulch decks.
Okay, so you boost twice and then break twice.
Yep. So
And then
that
I
goes
have
to 0.
no credits, and you get to access
Not res.
one of these cards.
Okay, let's access a Rashida, which is bad, but I will trash it.
And also non-career
on
charges.
success, yes. So I will
Solidarity
get.
badge. Have you been using Solidarity?
I think
I
it came down
just
last
started
turn.
getting it, so
Yeah, but you do get a Loup draw here as well.
yes, draw and gain credit.
And that was your second click.
Yeah.
Triggered by the use of a bad pub for that.
So I have 2 cards in hand. You can just go back in. Because you have not used your imp yet. So you could like draw so that you can keep the mad dash if that's a card you really care about. Or if you just drew a better card, right?
I'm going to install a simulchip.
Every time I tune in, it's more I realize I don't understand Netrunner. This is a weird deck.
And then I'll run the. No, because this still doesn't win.
Well, this turn.
But your goal right now
That's
is
true.
to keep me
Well,
from
Kill
winning.
win, yes.
Right.
Okay, all right. I'm going to run the hand again.
Yeah.
I will simulchip, which I've already trashed something
something.
today.
Yeah.
This
So you
turn,
can get
I
a
mean.
Botulus.
So, well, I could.
Oh no, you can't because
But-
both Botulus are out of the deck because this deck
Instead,
only
I'm
runs
going to get this revolver.
2. Okay.
And that will come in with 6 power counters on it.
Yep. And then you spend 2 credits, which are bad pub.
Yep. And 3 shots.
3 shots. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess actually you
a spin down.
could save yourself a shot and spend 3 bad pub here.
Yeah, because it's a
What do you mean?
trace. It's
Because
a
it's a
trace
trace.
3.
And you're at 0.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's 4. Yeah. All right. We'll save the shot. All right.
Because you won't
Read
need
again.
anything for trashing. And
Please.
And
See,
That's good.
Yep. We will
Yep.
trash that with an imp, which will charge an Audrey.
Lou's already been used.
Yep. This is the first time each turn.
Yep.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Mandatory draw. I will.
If this Spatulus is on the trebuchet?
This Spatulus is on the trebuchet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Jello, I have that feeling every time I play against Jeff. Because he just sits there and goes, that doesn't make sense. You should do this thing. And I'm like, yeah, I should. Smart.
I'm going to take 3 credits and pass.
I was noting yesterday that Nick has gotten significantly harder to beat. It used to be pretty easy. Now it's not.
So that was your solidarity badge draw?
Yes, that was my solidarity badge draw, and then Twymu gets one, and we get ticks up on these things.
Yeah.
These lovely things. I'm so terrified of being over MU. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we're good.
You're with
Because of this.
Nobkuri.
I know, but I just still get paranoid about it. So.
Look, as someone who probably should have gotten a game loss for being
Draw a
over
card.
MU this season, but didn't because my opponent was very generous.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Which one was that? Was that it?
This was at Cascadia.
How many in hand?
2 cards in hand.
2 cards. Let's run the hand.
Okay.
So I need to trash 2 to get
You have-
through the Winchester. No, I
you
could just
also-
revolver.
Revolver. Do
Yeah.
you have the... So, because of the cleaver is in your bin, this remote is more approachable in theory. I'm not saying it should be, but it's an option for it.
But I don't have a simul chip on the board.
Yes.
So that's the deciding factor.
Sure. I wasn't sure if you had one in your hand, but I'm not...
No.
Oh, if
No.
all 3 are in the bin,
So-
then yeah. Ignore me. I think all 3
Yes,
are.
they
on
are,
the
because
bin.
the bottom card is labor rights. So.
Yeah.
Yep. So I just need to draw labor rights and then be able to simul chip back.
Well, you'll do that. You'll do that here. Wait, what was
so-
your first click then?
First click was draw a card,
Okay.
so that I'd have enough to guarantee get through whatever that is.
Gotcha.
behind it. That was my
on
key.
3 credits.
I know, but it could be a sandstone. Like a sandstone
Yeah,
there
that's
would
fair.
be really difficult
Yeah,
to get
that would
through,
be
so.
that would be very annoying. For sure.
All right. So we're there. We are going to boost the revolver, and then now you have money.
Oh, here?
Yeah,
It's probably so you have more money than me.
I know. So I
So
think
it's-
it's worth just doing the 2.
I don't think
Yes.
that would
To
make
go to
sense for
4,
Jeff to
yeah.
go click, click, click for 3 credits and then to spend it on a trace.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm not going to boost the trace.
All right. So I will pay 3 to get
Yep.
through.
I will
encounter
not
the next
res.
dice. All right. It's a Tucana, which do I spend real? Yeah, I do.
Yes.
Because I get it back, and then I draw my labor rights.
And you get an
this
odd
mystery
counter
card.
and a solidarity badge.
Yep. And I get to charge something. I'm going to use Nobkuri to charge that as well.
Yep.
Solidarity badge. Let's do... Do I just YOLO R&D or do I go back?
You have no cards here. So Audrey is... If you're going to use the labor rights to get cards...
Yeah, I should do it now.
Oh, you have 4 cards in hand. Sorry, I thought you
you're
only
fine.
had the 1.
No, because you can pitch the labor rights first. It will go to the bottom of your deck,
You get
and
it,
then you'll
get it
do-
in later.
Yep. All right. Yeah, let's run the Winchester.
YOLO.
Okay,
Is this my 3rd click? Yes. Right? It was draw. Run.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, back to the Winchester. 2,
no
3,
boost.
spend that. Get through.
Access on audacity.
Trash
wow.
it with an imp.
Yep.
Which my imp is now empty, but that's fine because I
That's
can
fine,
charge
you'll knob to read
it.
it before
This will
success
go
next
back
turn.
to 6.
I want to see that card.
I'm going
This is the Loup headlock.
labor rights.
That's your last click.
Yep.
Which-
Trashes nothing.
Yep.
And then
Put 3
I
simul
get
chips back. Oh, no, I guess 2
is it
simul
2
chips.
simul chips and a labor rights, I think.
Yeah.
Right, back in the deck.
And then you draw 1.
You
Yes.
shuffle and draw
I'm
a
also going to pump Audrey with a strike fund
Okay.
and buffer drive it to the bottom.
But you...
That happens
And then
actually.
after.
No, that happens after the
Yeah.
after the other shuffle.
Yeah.
You can't do it in the
Yes,
middle
yeah,
of the
no,
shuffle.
you're right. You're right. Yep. So that'll just be on the bottom.
Yep.
That's fine.
Here's your card.
Cool.
Wait.
It's fine.
It's a mystery. Look, they're all simul chips.
No, one of them
Eventually.
labor rights. Yes.
I know, but yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Mandatory draw.
Yep.
Advance.
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 Ah.
All
That's
right.
the Atlas.
Okay. All right.
So it actually was still incorrect for you to go to HQ because you actually you didn't find the audacity, but you trashed enough cards so I couldn't use the audacity to score out. Because my
that's
plan was
true.
credit, advance, audacity to score.
Yep.
and that's how you score a 3-2 from no credits on the board with the agenda in hand. The agenda's on the board, no credits in your credit
Yeah,
pool.
Audacity's a cool card. That was wild. Good game.
Yeah.
I should not be playing this deck. I cannot track enough stuff.
It's a
all
very
at
complicated
once
deck.
to-
Yeah, you definitely need like a lot of reps.
Yeah. I feel like I need to play it a bunch, specifically online, so I can learn all the timings. Really,
It's one that definitely
Down.
builds in its power over the course of a game to the point where it's like when it's, and then there is a taper, a little bit, but it goes on infinitely. That last when your Audreys have one strike fund and it's just cycling and you can only pump to 3 with Audrey.
Well, the goal at that point is to have Buzzsaw and
you
Cleaver down.
get your
Right.
rig up, and
But
then
you only get the 2 credits from a turn, so you can't.
You get 4 credits from that a turn. You do it.
Per cycle.
Yeah, you get 4 credits. Yeah, per each of your turns,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Which is actually like a good chunk.
Pretty
of,
good.
For clickless, like you can click for 3.
Yeah.
But like you're making 7 a turn at worst there, and still being able to make a run, which is very
Fair enough.
good.
That is very good. I forgot actually that you can do it on the corpse turn as well.
Yeah, that's a big part of the list.
All right, so we have an Essa deck.
All right.
Should we play it?
Yeah, I'm gonna step out to use the restroom again because I've apparently just been drinking liquids continuously. So
Stay hydrated, you know?
Yeah. And I've also been on camera twice now. So.
Okay. I'll play the Essa.
I'm going to
'Cause I
play
have lists.
some corp list.
I'm going to stream the favor
That's how the rules
of
work.
stepping also out of the room
I have
to
to
blow
play.
my schnoz.
I have to play corp
And
against
you-
a runner. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Them's the rules. All right. So what am I playing? I'm going to play this. This is the deck I built. Net decked. So, but it is an Azmari kind of mid-glacier. So it's got a lot of econ pieces and really annoying ice. And the basic idea is I'm going to hopefully lock out the runner and then be able to score stuff in the window where the runner is still locked out and getting set up and all that other stuff. So when we getting corp versus corp rules, for real, like you could have Jinteki go up against Wayland, right?
could do
And,
that.
like, fight each other. That's got to be a thing.
I'm not sure how this Essa deck's going to do into like Hyper Glacier, Hydra, Azmari, but
Yeah. Well, we're putting them through the ropes, okay? Mm-hmm. Through the
man,
paces, whatever
okay,
that phrase
whoever
is.
the powers that be are that have these. I know this was, I believe this was from the Sovereign of Subways event. I want one so bad. How can I get one? Let me make a trade. Somebody want to trade one of these? I don't think they ever do. I love it so much. It's so good. Although I will have an excellent Arissana altar soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from coming in last place and getting Scorched Earth at the GNK, which we put up on our channel.
Right.
Tyria has... It's from OTG. Is that what it says? Program? Does it say that on here? Or did we just say that weirdly? Andre, explain your joke. They were at OTG last fall, so yeah, OTG.
There we go.
All right. Essa. This is a Begamot Lamb Essa. So it's got Begamot and it's got Lamb. And we get these 2 installed for 9. And we can use Lamb to paint anything into a barrier and then use this to spend a credit to break it.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Once a turn, so
Extremely simple.
it's going to be great against this.
Yep.
Maybe I should play this side. Kind of.
You wanna do that? It's up to you.
I do want to play the Essa at some point before
but
the stream
it-
ends.
Yeah.
I think the Zahya is also like gonna struggle here, but potentially. But I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm more comfortable with the Zahya for sure. I have a program written on mine. Nice. I like that.
Nice.
You jaded frog heads. Frog around and find out. I will
Frog
not.
around and find out.
Yeah,
I love it.
I will do this to your
Okay,
dad.
fine.
I will
Look,
not respect it. And I will not even offer a cut to you. I need credits.
I think this is also a hard matchup for the Zahya, but
I know. I don't know what's an easy matchup.
For the Zahya of the decks we brought?
No, for this. Yeah. What do you think is good into this?
Oh, I think the Loup deck is actually quite good into it.
Interesting.
We saw that, at least from what I saw on stream and my kind of thinking about the matchup. The Zahya deck's not going to be terrible into it either. You just have to be...
Well, because, I mean, on this, all the scoring windows are very telegraphed because they have to be on the board for me to score them. So
yeah, okay, so Jeff, what's your advice? You know this deck inside and out. I've put one flip switch in addition to the regular deck because I like that security.
Wait, you went to 41?
Yes.
So, yeah, one thing I would
that lose 43 or 2?
Is that, so this list is not doing any kind of, combo kill or anything like that, right? So one thing you might want to think about is not being... Oh, you should clear the score counters as well.
Yep, thank you.
Not being overly aggressive so that you can pinch them on having to res all their remote ice and res all their centrals ice and try and get big twinning and wake digs so that you can bounce back their tempo when they're trying to score.
Okay.
You're gonna play. This is as much as this is the be aggressive night. This is also a matchup where you just have to play a little bit control.
Well, I think part of the aggression is how much aggression is too much and when do I need to kind of back off, right? So that's part of the conversation. So, okay, I guess I keep this. I think I keep this.
I would. Yeah, it's not a great hand, but it's not a bad one. Really.
This, that, these are nice. That's nice.
Yeah, and finding that early is fine.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, take it away.
I will draw a card. I will click to draw first turn. Feels bad. I will install something, and then I will hedge fund.
Okay.
And then what will you name with Azmari?
Let's name event.
Okay.
What
Let's
a
leave
shocker.
it there for the whole game.
It's the best thing
I've
is
seen
that
people
when
do
I
that.
forget to name it after that, it still works.
Yeah, Azmari
Rules are
works,
good.
which is unlike every other basically lingering trigger that says for most.
What does it say exactly that makes it work?
Whenever whenever you may name a card type when your turn ends. Gain 2 credits the first time each turn the runner plays or installs a card that has the type you last named this way.
Okay.
Yeah. So long as you do it turn 1.
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, what? This is a conundrum. What do you think?
I'm probably just throwing this down first click.
Because then this doesn't do the nice thing later, but I guess that's okay. That's okay.
I mean,
this was my intention.
Yeah, odds are that ice on HQ is getting rezzed, right?
Click 1. We're going to bravado that guy. And be aggressive.
You gain 2 credits?
Yeah, I do gain 2.
Yep.
And then let's res a toll booth.
Sure.
Okay.
I can't lose
You
3,
can't lose
but I
3.
end the run.
Yep.
I get my 6. I will install a Hermes.
Okay.
2. Oh, that doesn't make sense here anymore because
now you can't bounce.
I can't bounce anything.
I think it's not a terrible install. I might draw instead of installing it though.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that instead. I'll take my credits back. Okay. Run here.
You are successful.
I will trash it for 2,
Zahya credits.
and I get my Zahya credit.
Beat me to it. I was gonna wait and see a little bit longer.
5. Okay, last click. Last click, Chesva. Okay.
Okay. I will draw a card. So here's one that I never really understand. I'm playing it either way, but
That's in
Do
there
I
for Hydras.
ever...
Okay.
Oh, it's for the turn 1 Hydra res?
Yeah.
So you can do that? Okay. So under normal circumstances, I should not be...
Paying me?
Yeah.
It depends, right? Because basically, the thesis of this style of Azmari list is your credits don't matter that much because I'm just gonna make you spend 50. So what is 2, right?
Right.
Now, I don't know if that's correct in this state or not.
Right. You're not ready. If I get set up fast,
Yeah,
good
you're
for me.
helping. You're probably helping the runner set up more here than you're helping yourself by taking the extra 2. Though again, I don't know your hand.
Draw. Hedge fund. It's boring, but it is a thing that I can do.
You good?
This is, yeah. It's a rough hand.
I'll draw.
Wonderful.
I'll draw again.
That's fine.
I don't like getting too much clogged up. I feel like a lot of installables clogged up right now.
Yeah, that is unfortunate, but that's just the way of the world sometimes.
Yeah. I'm more tempted by...
Well, I'm not tempted by any of that stuff yet.
Okay.
I'm tempted by the open R&D.
Yeah, open R&D.
Right.
All
Yeah,
right.
we can click for a credit and see a card,
Seems good.
Sure. Let's go check.
All right.
and we'll do it with 5 credits.
We'll trash off of Chesva. And get a credit. And I could go back. Or I can install. I should install. Be expensive. I will do this.
I'd recommend the other one.
Yeah? Because I'm afraid of overdrawing. Okay. So 4. Because then I'll have a lot, and I'll have very few credits.
Okay, no, you can go the other way. That's fine.
Let's do this. Let's try it this way. Okay, so class act. End of my turn. I have
You have drawn.
card?
Yes.
That's the part of class act I wish was different, because sometimes I don't. It's like I need to replay my whole turn in my head.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And I don't bottom any of them.
I'm gonna draw a card.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah. You can make this work.
I can.
Gonna draw a card. Install. And
Draw, install.
yeah.
Yeah.
Last click. Let's gain a credit. All right.
I'll try not to like backseat your
No,
entire game here.
I appreciate it's fun having somebody else in my ear. So my plan here is credit this
Yeah.
into this.
No.
Okay.
The
Because you can't lose anything here.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you
there's
can't
no
lose
risk.
anything, and like you
Yeah.
probably want to keep the Hermes threat somewhat live
Fair enough.
while you can.
Fair enough. I'm gonna have to go through it to get anything, unless I can find. Okay. Sure. So we'll go credit, and then spend 3 on
Could this be?
bravado.
Yep. I will gain 2.
Yep. And it bounces me, and I gain the 6. Then
You have a nice.
I have a nice open archives.
Oh, that's not what I'd be looking at.
Okay.
That hand first. I'd be looking at that sure gamble.
Yeah, fair enough. Yep. Sure gamble, get some credits. Believe it or not, at some point in my hand, or earlier in my mind, I did say, "Oh, I can get that money to do that card."
Yeah.
I want to keep that. I think this. I'm not sure. Let's go buy bands here for 2.
Okay.
We'll draw 2 cards.
You'll look at 3 though.
That's right. Bottom 1. I did not Zahya yet this turn. This is cool. I'll bottom that. Okay. So then.
Did you pay for the buy bands?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Oh yeah, because you were at 6, then
Yep.
10, and so now you're at 8. Yep.
So my biobands install is going to be one of these 2. It's probably going to be this, I think.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. Okay. So I install that using Chesva credits
Okay. That makes it make more sense to me.
here.
Yeah.
And then
Why did you pay 2 though?
Just one more.
oh, because it's reduced by 1. I'm sorry.
No,
Biobands.
it's none. Oh, I'm sorry. You installed.
it's
Oh, you
Earthrise.
installed the wrong card. That's why it's doing.
You think I should do this?
I think so.
Okay.
I guess it's fine. It's fine.
Because I have something going here.
Okay, sure. Yeah, no, it's fine.
So I'll do this. I'll put
3 counters.
3 on there.
Yeah.
And then that's my turn, and I have to pitch some cards.
Yeah, that's why I'm not 100% sold on this buy bands, but that's okay.
Because I drew cards on it.
Yeah, and you're not like trying to play.
Oh, you
You're
do
trying to
get to
play
access my daily quest.
That's true.
So
Daily quest.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 cards. Well, it's not one of those.
Yeah.
It's not this or this.
Yeah, I think you're stuck with these two as your discards.
Yeah, there's another one of those.
I mean there's another one, and also like you're not going there routinely.
So
right?
it's a Awaken Plant and a Flip Switch, which is sad because I would like the Flip Switch against this deck
all right,
potentially, but go ahead.
draw.
Just make lots of money. You won't need it.
Yeah.
First click. Let's draw again.
Lost internet for a while. I thought it said lost interest for a while for a second. Back now, I guess I'm watching the
Brutal.
Yeah. Damn.
Harsh but honest truth. I guess we needed it.
Lost interest for a while there. That shit was boring.
This hand is boring.
I mean that is the problem. This Azmari deck, it's probably good. I just don't have the patience to play a game with it.
That's good. Let's demonstrate how boring it is so we don't need to see it and play against a difficult deck.
There we go.
Would you do non-equivalent hedge fund?
Non-equivalent head fund and draw a card.
In a different order?
Well, draw.
Good.
Non-equivalent hedge fund.
Okay, so I Earthrise for 2, 3.
Okay, that's good.
My gut instinct is to pitch this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To get that down. Oh, that's good too. All right, it's coming together.
This is one of those things where it's like, okay, so this is like a good point to talk about like aggression, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, it's actually the correct thing kind of as the aggressive runner here is not to be running because Corp is sitting on a lot of money. So if you're aggressive, you're not actually taxing the Corp of their ability to do things.
Fair enough.
So you want to be setting up so that you can respond and like pivot against their aggression in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I do finally start getting something that I could jam in a remote
Yeah,
or something
and,
like that,
yeah.
you want to be able to just crack.
Like HQ probably has 1, maybe 2 agendas given how aggressive the drawing has
This
been.
is a 6 Mari list too, so it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's the math is all weird there. My
Yeah,
cats.
so you want to be setting up for your long game here.
Okay, so I'll go Paladin for credit. I'll go. I'm just gonna install some cards. Am I gonna draw one? Because I'm gonna install these and run.
Not both this turn.
That's true.
Well, yeah, that's interesting. Maybe you do just install both this turn. Yeah, actually, that's fine.
So I'm gonna do a twinning,
Yep.
and I'm just gonna save some time here. So
Yeah.
daily cast. This is gonna get 3, and then last click I'm gonna
4.
Oh, I don't have something to pump though.
Yeah, you're just gonna take a credit this turn.
Yeah. I was thinking I could go run archives, pump, and then start charging the twinning.
Yeah, you start charging.
But yeah, sure, credit. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I think you want the daily cast ticking basically so that you can have
4. It is 4.
Yeah.
Thank God. All right. Install. No, let's... Hold on.
Okay, does this the Azmari list
Gonna
have
draw.
seamless launches?
No.
The Neurospike one does, but not this.
Yeah.
Install. And install. There we go. We got our remote. We're jamming things in it.
Okay. This deck's Paladin, Earthrise, draw 3. That's interesting.
Drop the training weights.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
That's a good one,
That's
Dan.
what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan.
So what do you call that last game where my opponent was helping me play? What is that?
That's training wheels.
That's playing in half gravity? Is that what that is? So that I can really get some height?
That's next turn. So I want to install this,
Yep.
and then
You have a nice quiet turn here.
yeah. So I'll go credit. I think
Yep.
credit. Sure, gamble, and then Hermes. So 1 for 5, and then 2.
But one of those is from Paladin. Important.
Oh, fair enough. And then yeah, that's gonna charge. So
Yep. So put
that goes there, and then I get 1 on the twinning.
Yep. All right. I will
Rashida?
draw a card. Oh, I wish.
Is my list even on Rashida? It must be, right?
Everybody's on Rashida.
It's not on everyone. Some people insist it's right not to. Which, you know, to be fair, it is for a small set of decks.
Very, very small.
All right. Let's
Some of them are very good, but
install advance fire
Okay.
just cuz
yeah, it's clicking for
2
Over the course of 2 turns, right?
yeah.
it's two
It's-
clicks
It's 2 clicks on
effectively.
credit, so it's -3, so it's +2 on a. Yeah, it's fine.
But maybe you
Worlds-
drag me through something.
Yeah.
But yeah, but
Plus
I
2
didn't get
for-
a chance to do that. And then I'm going to install here, which I will res a daily quest.
I don't want you to have that.
I know, right? Well, does it really matter?
I mean, it does, right? This is 1 Hydra.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
I missed.
2 Hydras.
You played a sure gamble last turn.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I gained 2 money.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
it's tricky
Yep.
to figure out what the right play is.
Paladin, daily cast, Earthrise, draw 3. That's nice. This goes down.
Oh, this is great.
Now let's see. How do I sequence things? That's useful, and that's useful. Like there it is. I think it's just that.
Can I make a okay?
Yeah.
I have a different. This is a thing where I don't know if this is right, but from my perspective, I'm thinking okay. There are 5 cards in Nick's hand. We have seen probably 10 or 12 cards out of the deck.
Oh.
So we could go for, you know, the actually I almost maybe that's the efficient way
Yeah.
to do this.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
just like I guess you have to get a card on the field first, but that's easy enough.
Yeah. Just so I can pump with Chesva.
Just so that you can install with Paladin. Or but
Same
pump with
difference,
Chesva,
yeah.
Yeah. Same
Chesva.
both things, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So let's go.
Actually, so yeah, I mean maybe that's why you could even like install the boomerang
Yeah.
on one of those first, right?
Sure.
And then
Yep. Let's do it. That's 1. This takes to 2. Second credit there.
What are you targeting?
The boomerang. Where's that?
there's the Fem token.
The Fem token here.
There.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe that's not correct inside job here, but I feel like it probably is.
No, I think it's good. Otherwise, it's very expensive. So that's on 2. Then, yeah, click 2. I will inside job for 2. Bypass the
Here.
toll booth.
All right. So the on encounter does not go off, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mine goes
The
first,
goes first,
Yep,
and then
you
it's
you
too
leave
late.
the encounter.
Right.
Gotcha.
And then you'll
So I'll
spend.
spend my twinnings and I'll see 3.
Seems good.
Where's my little randomizer? Come on. Come on. Come on. There. That one. I suppose I could. That's the one I. Never mind. Fine. That will trash with 1.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one. Okay, that's the other one. Not bad. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one. Yay! I mean, sad, but yay.
So okay, so
Hermes.
Hermes.
yes,
Hermes bounces.
Hermes bounces first.
Yeah, I know. I like this one but the remote can be dangerous.
Yeah, so if you bounce this, you're saying you get the daily quest, basically.
Yeah.
If you bounce this, then you get to go and actually challenge the daily quest, and I think you're through any ice with a boomerang there.
Yeah, let's bounce this.
And steal 3.
Yeah, sure.
Though I guess
Nope,
it does.
that's the
well,
wrong
it does-
side.
I guess that said, maybe you do say, "Hey, I don't actually care about him having money. I want the open R&D," and I think that's actually like a reasonable take. This is a
Sure. I could maybe Hermes again. Yeah, let's bounce this. I like open R&D.
All right.
It's nice. Cool. I have 2
and
clicks left.
send a message triggers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You get to res. Yeah. Okay.
2 clicks left.
Yeah.
Oh, and you should probably take $3 from Zahya.
Yes, Zahya triggers.
That's right. It was a 3. Okay.
Paladin credits, too.
And Paladin, yes.
Oh my goodness gracious! I always forget
Thank
the
you,
paladin.
John Shots.
Value chain.
I'm gonna be sad when this deck isn't legal anymore. Can we do something about sunset?
I don't know that Sunset is going to reflect anything like a real ban list.
Right, I mean, the whole point was to test
It's an open
whether
playtest,
it could
right?
be
Yeah,
rotated.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I get it.
We
We tried it. We were like, this is sad. It's just sad to play Netrunner now because you can't afford anything. So I don't know. That power level step
It feels
down.
it feels a couple turns slower, which is
Some people want. That is potentially an objective people would want.
I'm gonna play a mutual favor and go get the 1
Yeah.
the one that you're looking for. Oh, that's an event.
shibboleth.
There was you should have gotten
On
off
the
of
inside job.
but
Oh,
you missed
look.
it, and that's fine.
That cost me a credit.
Or you can spend the Paladin buck.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, it's gonna click.
And then last click will
tick rather.
run there. And just see the top card. And that stays.
I love your total chaos board state here.
Oh yeah. I haven't done things in a
Resources,
nice.
hardware, programs, it was just
made
makes
the
it
order that
hard
came
for
out.
the opponent to track.
All right,
so.
shut up. All right. Let's do things the nicey nice way. There's a program. Here's a resource. Hardware, resource. The problem is I run out of space and I can't put all 3 things in a nice row.
All right, I'm gonna play my turn while you're making excuses.
Christ.
After savaging. Did you
Install?
You got your 3, yeah?
Yes, he did take his 3.
No, you got your 3. I think you did, yeah.
Yes, yeah, I did. I was making change, but yes, I believe I did. Then
Stop playing
that
my
there,
deck like that then.
and then
There. How's that, Jeff? You happy?
let's draw
Much.
a card.
Much
Much
happier.
happier.
Cool.
Much happier.
All right.
It's a little pyramid.
No, sorry. Hang on. We're gonna swippy.
I find this encroaches
swappy.
on situations. And, okay.
All right, you're up.
Sorry, summarize your turn for me. Daily quest.
Install.
Yeah.
Draw a card.
Draw a card. Realize that I installed these backwards and swap them.
Good. It's the perfect order.
Exactly.
All right, daily cast gets me 2.
Paladin.
Paladin gets me 1. And there's no more Earthrise, and that's it. And I have some cards in my hand. I'm going to click to Class Act. Huh. I don't really want this on the bottom. Oh, but I have a... Let me take this. So that one's going to go on the bottom. Jeff can judge me later. I do feel under scrutiny. It's interesting. I'm like, am I making the right decision? Would Jeff approve?
I don't know about right. I know about the decision I would make.
Right.
But
Yeah, it's interesting.
I haven't disagreed so far.
You haven't disagreed?
I did not, or at least I didn't disagree with that one.
Oh, nice. That feels good. What's Hydra say? What are its subs? I know it's like...
if the runner is not tagged, do 3 net damage.
So you don't do the-
otherwise
no,
it's
so
gonna
it's-
tag.
Yeah. Yep.
Then, if the runner isn't tagged, gain 5.
Sorry, if
gain
the runner
5
is
credits
tagged,
and the run.
Gain
The runner is
5.
tagged.
And the run.
Yeah, do 3
and the
net, gain 5, and the run. But
with
all
each of them subbing for tags.
Sure.
Yeah.
What does a code gate take? Sorry, toll booth take? What do I have to spend to break this guy?
3.
Right now it's 3.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah,
steal
it's
another
threat
agenda,
4.
it turns into very bad. Turns into strength
Turns
1.
into 5.
Okay. All right. right. That's actually well plus the 3 up front.
Plus the 3 up front, yes.
Yeah. Hey, stream. Oh, third camera, fancy. Yeah. We got Jeff visiting. This is
We've
second.
added.
Yeah,
They had a whole preset ready, so it was one button, which is like way better than when I have a guest on stream. Like, oh god, let me.
Well, to be fair,
That
we
was-
struggled
there
last
was
time
set
to
up,
get
yeah.
it all set up, but yeah.
Yeah. And this is the first time our buffer,
Dragon.
like our what do you call that, splash screen into the like
It worked.
neon static intro. That's been like 3
Yeah, it's been
streams
finicky
since
lately.
that happened. So
I just gotta put some breakers down.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, installing breakers is fine here for a couple of reasons, but one of them being it charges the twinning, and 2, it starts presenting some level of threat to what the core
Yeah.
can do.
yeah.
Put a curve here down. It's gonna spend this one and these 2 credits. It's gonna put 1 on the twinning. Run archives to install Carmen for 3.
That's not how Carmen works.
Yeah, no, you can't. It's 2 clicks. You only have
If
one
you
left.
made a successful run this turn,
Yeah, but you only have 1 click left.
I had 2.
Right, and then you
It
install
was draw.
Oh,
install
I'm sorry.
Kurohira.
Yeah, I miscounted clicks. So
Yeah.
it is how Carmen works if I can count.
Right. Yes.
But counting is hard.
No, on success, install this for 3 would be pretty cool.
I don't really want to spend it for 5. So
You can wait till next
yeah, I
turn.
can.
You can try and draw your bio bands, I guess.
That would be good. Wouldn't it be good?
It would be good.
Yeah.
Oh, because it would be successful.
Yes,
Yeah,
Biobands
that's sick.
with Chesver credits is quite nice. It's
Yeah.
a 1 credit install, which is going to be it's actually a free install.
Yeah, it's a free install.
Go ahead.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna gain 3 because you have not completed the daily quest. I'm gonna draw a card, and then I'm going to draw a card, and then I'm going to install a card over this daily quest,
Oh, it's not totally free because you got to pay for the Biobands, but anyway,
Yeah.
and
2 card draw.
draw a card, which I should have done first, but it's fine.
Okay. I have some start of turn. Daily casts gets me 2. Paladin gets me credit. That's it. Click 1.
Ordering was actually really bad, but
We buy a band's the one we top decked into archives. On success, we draw 2 cards.
3 cards. Or we'll
Three
look at
cards
now.
bottom. Yep. We bottom this.
Oh boy! I mean, I guess the deck is starting to just have only good cards left in it now that you started with a
Yeah.
bunch of breakers in hand.
I mean, it is still this. Yeah, it was definitely because
Yeah.
that's by itself cool. I'm successful. Carmen can be installed with a Paladin and 2 Chesva credits for free.
I don't think
you don't even need the paladin, so you actually save one of your Chesvas.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right,
you
because
don't
it's
need to
reduced
just
by
spend
1.
The 2, or you could just spend the 2 Chesvi.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
Spend
you
these
let the
2,
Plomus
yeah.
check.
that pumps
Because
up.
it would
Yeah.
be 3, and then it goes down to 2, and then the 2 Chesvis.
Oh my god. When this thing gets rolling, man.
You should gain 2 credits from the buy event.
I did buy a band.
Yep.
While I'm on event land, I'm going to career fare down an Earthrise
Seems good.
for a credit with
Yeah.
as a Paladin. That comes in with 3. And then I have some clicks that I can run with. I think I will. I'm going to run your remote.
Okay. You encounter border control. What would you like to do with it?
Break the border control for a credit. Mm-hmm. Like, no, 2 credits with a Corpura, and I...
Actually, I forget if there's any other barriers other than border control. I don't think there are.
In the list?
Yeah.
Don't
Pretty
think
sure.
so.
Actually, I guess I can pull it up on my phone here. Because if it's just border control, you could think about just saying, I don't care about him Nick gaining 2 credits here, and saving yourself 1 credit. Which is
I
always something to
mean,
think
I
about.
don't know that money is going to be an issue for me this game. I have 30.
Again, this is 2 Hydras.
Yes.
So, like, you're...
It's true. It's true.
And then a toll booth and you're broke, you know?
Yeah, and like arguably, if you it's like you spend 6 on Kurapira and then you save. So if you're spending 4 versus spending 6, it's only net minus 2 credits if you get the bypass charged at any point. So
Since I have this, I think I'm going to break both. So, did I already put 1 credit away? I did one. I will do a second. It's always an interesting choice to practice with open lists or close. I'm practicing for cut to the Swiss, I guess. So hi, Jeff.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of almost always practicing open lists. At least when I'm practicing with people I can like talk to, just because I feel like it leads you to thinking more carefully about your lines.
So my boomerang is trashier. I will pop it, and then it's gone, and so it's going to get...
So
sad.
the run fails.
Do I run back? I think I run back. It's only 2 credits, and I can see what that card is, so I'll do it.
Yeah, and don't forget to put a counter on the
Yes, that's right. That, 2 more credits, it's going to go to... Sorry, wrong guy. There we go, now it's on 2, and would you like to pop it again?
Yep. No. It's your last click.
It is.
No, I'm good.
I see Rashida.
Makes me sad, but...
Okay, that was my turn.
All right. I'm going to draw a card. We're going to click to install.
All that money.
We're going to click to install.
Boomeranged. I boomeranged.
Yep. Yeah. And we're going to click to install.
And just like that, the server's built back up. Earthrise draws 3. That goes. Okay. Paladin gets credit. That's it. First start of turn, that was going to flip. Cool. I will click 1, boomerang. Using Paladin, charges the twinning, spend a credit, have 4 left.
R&D.
R&D.
Yep.
And then run it.
I like this.
You have 3 on twinning.
I do.
Actually, no. Chessie is the reason this run's fine. Because I never want to access with fewer than 5 credits against NBN. You're on 4, but Chessie puts you on 5.
Yeah, I would go broke, but yeah. I should have done this first. I think.
This is rough.
Feels good to make it rough. I like it.
Yeah, I'll res the Hydra.
Ooh.
I think I have to.
Okay. So I'll get a tag.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the end result here.
Fine. So I break it. I get a tag. This is going to go back in.
You could shibboleth your way through. For, like
not
all the money.
Shibboleth, but Carmen.
So yeah, Sentry, whatever.
And Carmen would be
it would just
1,
be 4 to boost, and then
3, 4.
4 to boost, and
5.
then 1 to.
Right.
Well, you would break. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
I'm good.
this is fine. You are successful.
I take a tag, which I will not forget to clear.
No.
Great short.
No. You forget to clear that.
No false leads this time.
I need to kill that twinning.
Okay.
All right.
You should spend your 2 twinning counters first.
Spend your
That's
2.
right. 1, 2. No other unsuccess triggers. Yep. It stays. No, it's 1. That's 2. That's 3.
Okay.
Sad.
You do make 3 Zahya dollars.
Yeah, that's true. That's important, which is going to pay for credit removal.
Exactly.
Pretty good. I'm just going to do that first. Because I don't like that thing. Okay, so... I kind of like this. I kind of like this. I need to draw a card. This gets shuffled back in. I didn't even get to use my Chesva credits.
But
1,
you've
2,
installed
3,
up
4,
Plumley
5.
this turn? Did you install something up Plumley this turn?
Boomerang.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
I will class act draw.
Nope, you already did with the Earthrise.
Fair enough. I can draw a card, or I can install a card. I'll draw. Yeah, I'll just draw a card. Okay.
All right. End of your turn. Finally, Arissana goes off. Look, now we got some tempo. We're all right. So let's see.
Excuse me.
My
My daughter likes to say "cough you." She's like, people sneeze, you say Bless you. I used to have the same thought. It's a weird thing. Like, I guess people cough more often than they sneeze, and sneezing's like there's this superstition about like.
Oh, I thought you were saying it's a weird thing that both me and my daughter had the same thought.
No. I'm gonna take some credit for that.
Do a non-equivalent
This is still close
to gain 3.
Still seals you. There's more in there.
Cool.
All right.
If you want to go pee more.
That was my turn.
Non-equivalent. Money.
Non-equivalent. It was
Dice.
ice, draw, non-equivalent.
This is getting harder to get through now.
It is.
sure is.
I was hoping to win earlier.
I was hoping you weren't. Weirdly enough.
Earthrise, Class Act, Paladin. Not that credit. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. This can go done here. I would have loved to have bounced some ice.
It would have been nice that last run.
I mean, I guess there's.
I was really afraid that was going to happen, and then this would be gone again. And
But actually,
Hermes
so
would-
I will say one nice thing for you potentially here is there's 3 fresh cards on top of R&D now because that Rashida fire.
Yeah,
That's true.
that is true.
But you also you don't have to be aggressive here because again, Nick's not presenting any threats on the board.
And I'm not super. I don't. Oh, I could get 3 again.
Yeah, you could get 3 cards again this turn.
I want a sure gamble right now. That's what I want.
Yeah, I actually think I would have clicked for a credit at the end of last turn instead of drawing a card because I think all 3 sure. Actually, maybe only 2.
No,
sure
it's
gambles
2.
are gone.
I think.
Yeah, only 2 and 2 bravados.
I'm not sad about this, but it's going to take me a minute.
Yeah, but you have time, right? This is a board state where you have time.
Yeah.
There's no money ticking up.
Yeah, there's no... Unless you play an event, I'm not making a ton of money.
I am not in the situation where I'm going to do that, I don't think. So we'll put down a Chesva with Paladin credits. It's going to charge the twinning. And these 2 are going on there. That feels fine. That's click 1. Click 2 is to install a daily cast for these 3. That gets a 4. This is exciting, Netrunner, everyone.
Yeah, I mean this is the correct thing here I think is just click for 2 credits.
Yeah.
And we are on 5 MU, Lucille, and Hermes is installed, so we're all good. And that's all. This is one.
That's
of
the
rare,
rig.
This is the rare deck. Like this is the thing I always see new people. Whenever I post a
Perfect.
list, they're like, "Why are you not running more MU?" But this is the rare list where it does plan or it is capable of installing literally every program in the list.
I love it. I love that it's just find them and put them down. And then they are by the time you get to the point where this is bad, this is online, hopefully.
Yeah.
And it's makes up for it. Anyway.
Install Advance.
Okay. It's exciting.
To you, friend.
Let me do a lot of triggers. Daily Cast gets me 2. Paladin gets me 1. Earthrise goes away, and I see 3.
Just realized those are supposed to be backwards, but whatever.
3. This happens. I love this. I don't. This is interesting, actually, but okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep these 2. Okay. I think that's all of the start of turn triggers. I would like to start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to start with a short gamble.
You gain 2.
2, yep.
Nice thing about having a third person here, they can just
Just remember my Azmari triggers for me. Yeah.
I think you have NGOs in that list, huh?
Yeah.
I've already done an event. In for a penny. I'm going to check that.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not an NGO,
That's interesting.
isn't it?
Okay. Hard to... How many... There's 1 border control in there? Or 2?
1.
and there's 3 in the deck total.
Okay. All right. I kind of like going here and digging and then bouncing that. That's what I'm going to try and do. So I'm going to install this here. Then I can't clear the tag. Hold on.
Yeah, you could use Carmen, right?
Yeah.
Although I guess if you're using Carmen, just use Carmen all the way, right? Save yourself the time.
Yeah, I'm just going to go inside job here. So no install. So that's 2. And I have a lot of Chester credits, so okay. No installable with Paladin. Yep, good.
I think I res the F2P just to keep it.
Eat the inside job.
Yep.
Great.
Back.
Bypass that, and then I'm still on 3. So this is pump 1, 2, 3, 4. This goes up to 3, 5, right?
Plus another 2 more to break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So
you take back 3
credits.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Through.
And then you
I spend 2.
20s. Any other on success? No. 1.
Stays.
2.
Stays.
3.
Stays. Sad. Zahya, 3 credits.
Interesting part about that, you ended up with under 5 credits.
That's true. Yeah, so I couldn't have stolen Bologna.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That I
Yeah, and you
click
know
left.
that there's only one thing the message left in the list.
Yeah.
Well, tempted to do this.
I would wait till next turn.
Okay.
You don't need to play on high tempo. You can play for maximal efficiency here.
Okay, I'll draw a card.
Just gonna make
Okay.
a change to make things.
Yeah, I think a question you should start asking yourself is, what am I drawing for every time I'm clicking to draw now?
Okay.
Because you've played the 3rd Sure Gamble, so your remaining cards in the deck are 1 provided and 1 daily casts.
Mm-hmm.
And then your Awaken plants. Basically, are the only cards functionally left in your deck.
Digging for Wake, but yeah. I haven't shuffled my deck, so I know it's kind of just on the bottom.
Triple advance and
Yeah.
score.
Oh, no,
send
I have
message.
shuffled.
You have to. Yep.
So pink scores 3, and it's my trigger.
Yes.
So I will res that Hydra.
Ugh,
So now you get to bounce.
Yep.
that's true. I don't know. This is both. Both of these are good. Wait, when do you ever draw agendas?
There's only 6 in the deck.
Yeah, it's really rough. Bounce this.
This.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm at 6 cards, so I will pitch 1 to you.
Okay. No more. So daily cast gets my main.
Howling gets stolen.
Yep. Okay. Now I feel bad about not bouncing this so that I could kind of go after the hand, but I'm not sure what's in the hand at this point because there's not much in the deck. I've seen 3. You draw 1, so those top 2 are known.
Yep, and yeah, you know that a bunch of the Rashida card draws were not agendas as well. Because you would
Yes,
them
because I'd
previous
seen them.
turn.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the hand is suspect. It's not exactly. Okay. This feels good to put down. Okay, so click 1 Bayou Bands, I guess.
Game 2.
Archives. I'm going to draw 2. I'm going to draw 3. Does that work so?
Yeah, you look at
independent
3 and then
bottom 1. And then install for 1 fewer and this paladin.
Or you could use your Chesvi
That's right.
if you're not going to run a central this turn.
That's right, because this will build and that goes
Paladin
away.
you can use in the future, yeah. Or even this turn as well.
Um,
Yeah, because you do kind of have an end board state of just installing a boomerang every turn, potentially.
yeah.
Yeah, which makes my life pretty hard.
I'll put down a Docklands. And it's going to be 1 off of Jesva. That charges the twinning. Buy is done. I see the card.
It's a magnet.
It's a magnet. Very exciting. Install the daily casts. using this and a credit. That comes in with a thing. I think I want to keep this. This is tricky. Yeah, it's funny because there's just these off turns where you're like, okay, I just don't do anything.
So this is the thing, it's like, just click for credits here, right? Because clicking for credits is your most robust way of threatening what Nick's game plan is here.
Right. Like, because
I've been conditioned to not do that, but it's kind of down to the bottom of the deck, I guess.
Draw a card.
Am I going to draw? I could have drawn one to try and find the wake.
You're going to I mean, were you going to run HQ this turn?
No.
Then find the wake next turn is fine.
Yeah, okay.
First click, we will attitude adjustment. Draw 2. Then I will reveal an agenda.
Oh, there was one.
Shuffle back.
Maybe in there.
Yeah, or maybe you just drew it. The roll will never know.
Yeah.
And I will gain 2 back.
What time we got?
It's like 9:30.
Okay. So this we'll finish this and have a little wrap up chat and then go.
Next one.
Sounds good.
You got a drive home.
Yeah, it's true. I do it tomorrow off. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's a good one. But
Awesome.
For other reasons.
Yeah.
But
Install for 2. And
Bonjour, cephalopod.
I will government subsidy. Everybody needs money.
Yeah, done seen that. So yeah, you're
Wait,
still
did I have enough? Yeah, I did. Okay.
yeah, you're just enough.
All right. Either that or I did it in the other order, but yeah. So.
Okay, 2 dailies, sick for me. 1, 2, I get 4. I'll just trade 1. Paladin credit. Class act. Okay.
You notice the board state is getting more chaotic again.
Yes,
We've got resources here, and
God
the
damn
dailies
it.
aren't even next
Damn
to the
it.
dailies aren't even next to each other. They're just hanging out. You just stack them
Fine.
up. Anyway.
Fine. Yeah, HQ, huh?
Let's see. How many are we?
I'm going to class act draw.
Can I make a different suggestion?
Yep.
So the thing I always think about is, okay, we've just shuffled an agenda back into R&D.
Yeah.
R&D just
Density
got a
went
little
up.
bit denser.
Yeah.
We haven't seen, and like there was a shuffle, and we have 2 counters on twinning.
Okay.
Now
Yeah,
the Hermes bounce isn't great here, but we're not giving up anything by just running R&D, and we have the boomerang in hand. So this run ends up costing us basically 3 credits and 1 credit to install the boomerang, and sees us 3 cards.
Yeah.
And with that,
Yeah.
we can go in, and I think we still will have enough steel Bologna after all of that nonsense. And so I want to do that early in the turn, just in case I get information that changes what I wanted to.
Okay, fair enough. Let's try that. So we boomerang with Paladin.
Yep.
Hello, Cephalopod Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
He's the rules guy.
He's one.
Okay.
He's one of the most online of the rules team.
He's here to tell me that I missed my triggers.
And that you don't listen to Null Signal Station, because apparently you don't, because you know that.
I don't.
And also who just put out a video about
Deck building. Yeah,
and it was fun to. It was interesting to see you say, "Oh yeah, now that Gank Infinite isn't a thing, now is when I want to build with Ganks."
Right. Yeah. Very altruistic. If you are a person who's watching this, go subscribe to Cephalopod's YouTube channel. Please. I will put a link in the description after the video is done.
He's got a great hat.
Yeah. Cephalopod's got like a tentacle hat. The deck building video was really fun. Yeah. All right, so I have clicked to install a boomerang. I did it off of a Paladin. I spent a credit. I charged the twinning, I believe.
Yeah,
I think I did.
You're right. You put it here, right?
That's-
You're gonna have to boost to get
Yes,
to
I have
that
to break
anyway,
that.
so,
yes,
yeah.
fair enough. And then if I do this, the boost to break the Hydra,
Costs 4,
4 to boost.
and then 3 to break.
Yeah, so we're good. Okay, so
Yeah.
I will bravado. You get some money. But it's going to get quite a bit back, actually, because it'll get 2 more back
Yep.
on top. So there we go. We boomerang.
Yep.
It's
Goes
going to
through
go
the FTP.
there. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. This is already charged this turn. and we break for 3 more because there's 3 subs. Success. I will spend 1, 2. I'll see 3.
1,
Stays.
2.
Trash for 0.
I'll purge. 3.
Damn it. Trash for 2. That's so annoying.
You do gain.
I gain 8 credits, so that's kind of nice. And Zahya gets me 3.
Kinda nice. I just
Nice.
ran for like nothing
just ran
and
through-
gained 11.
Yeah, ran through 14 res worth. Well, 15 if you count the install cost of ice.
The boomerang's very good.
for
yeah.
for -3, but then +3 plus.
I'm
8.
annoyed that I've accessed like 9 cards or maybe 12 out of
Yeah.
here and see nothing.
Yeah, it is very annoying.
God. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You did do the right thing of going to 3 on the twinning, I think. So, no, it is 6 agendas, Lucille. It's actually it's a 40 card deck, so you can run fewer agendas.
Even more annoying.
And it's just it's 3 send a message.
So
3
now,
below.
if you want
yeah.
to draw, I think it's
So-
it's
Sick.
okay.
Class Act was tapped but not actually used before, so
Yeah,
will-
because I interrupted you.
Yeah, I'll go 1,
Like a
2.
rude jerk.
Like a real jerk, I'll take this.
3-point agendas are just neat. I love
Don't
the
we all,
self-defending ones, like your Bolognas. Yeah, they're so great.
Just neat. How many cards left in here?
And
Yeah.
there's 2 of them still in the deck. That's wild. Well, I mean, that said, you're not running HQ anytime soon.
You
so.
need 14 accesses, or so the Echo from up north says. Well, you've already done this 3
The Echo
times,
from
and
up
then
north.
3 on the hand.
Yeah, and we saw one.
So-
Yeah, so there's been
You've already had at least 12
12
accesses.
12,
Yeah.
plus
I
like
clicked
2
for
or
credit.
3 like
Just
singles
random,
are-
singles, exactly.
Yeah, so this
Like,
is
before
this
I had
is,
a defensive.
This is on the sort of low end of the curve, but
Yep. So,
Tunic.
all right. I'm gonna draw a card.
Flip.
That
Flips.
sure is a card. Let's draw a card. Let's install. No, let's draw a card first. Yeah, I already know which one I'm going to. Yep. And yeah, let's install. And why not? We'll res it. I don't care.
No.
And then I didn't think you did, but
I just don't care about that.
yeah.
So
no.
you don't have an agenda here because you would have jammed it. All right, like
yeah,
that's,
I mean, it could be that there's an agenda in hand, right? That could be what was drawn on like the first or second draw.
But why would he not have just jammed the agenda?
defensive 20
Because
pointer.
'Cause I could-
there's no reason to install the. Basically, if he installs the agenda this turn, he still has to leave it in there for 2 additional turns.
Right, because it would be installed.
And so you
last
could
click.
like scout with a pinhole thread and go, oh, this is
Yeah.
an agenda.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, now I get 2 whole turns to batter down this
Fair enough.
server,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right. If you drew into it and you can go install Advanced Events.
And at
Yeah,
least
I got
this way, it's, there's odds.
So daily cast, 4 credits. That's
How did they
fine.
both end at the same time? Because you installed them on different turns. That must have been a miss. But
No,
that's-
they didn't.
Oh,
They
still
didn't
said-
both end.
Oh, okay.
I trashed
I'm
one.
sorry.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3,
It's
4,
getting too
5.
late for me, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the chaotic state.
It's
Lucille, there was a 9-6 printed for a while. That was-
That you could
I-
click for 3 credits once he'd scored it, I believe?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Sick.
I played in Eternal. Someone was playing a 4 agenda deck against me.
wow. That's gross.
Because there's 4-point agendas, so they're playing those for 12, and then playing Government Takeover in a 40-card deck, and it was Scorpios, and it was
That sounds atrocious.
I managed to just medium and get very lucky on like 5 accesses.
I mean, I
Got
guess
it.
I'm
Got
just click one.
Yeah, you're just doing that. It's doing
I'm
the
gonna
same
do the
whole
same
turn
thing
again. Yeah.
right?
It's
This
just costing
gets
slightly
installed.
more.
Right. That gets the thing
Did
on
you
there.
get one from? Did you take one off of Paladin?
I did put one on there. I didn't take it off. This is going to charge that. There
Yeah.
we go. Then we run it.
Yep.
We spend the boomerang to break. We spend these 4 plus 3.
Yep.
And then we're through.
Yep. And now you see 3.
I spend these 2 to go to 0.
1.
Steal. Yay.
What would you like to bounce?
I would like to bounce this ice.
Agreed.
Okay.
2
Oh,
more.
yeah, there's 2 more. 2.
Stays.
3.
Steal, win the game.
Hey, we
we did it.
So I only
Oh, we missed the
saw.
paladin charge. Thank you, Jealous.
You know what? That's the thing that matters.
bounce
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Get that FTP back to
Right.
hand.
And
I
now
didn't
there's
draw. I drew one ice for the first like 4
Yeah,
turns.
but you also had no agendas in hand, I assume.
No, I had one for most of the time. That's why I
gonna shovel-
instantly iced
I'm gonna
HQ.
shovel this boomerang back in now.
That's why I instantly
Well,
iced
yeah,
HQ.
And the crowd goes
so-
wild.
The crowd.
Yeah. It's mostly just us cheering.
Yep. Look at that. Look at that. Bottom of the deck.
That actually might
Couldn't ask
present a
for
problem
better.
for you because you wouldn't
know.
be able to score out in
I-
time.
I think
Well,
what we
so-
really learned here is that Nick needs to learn how to shuffle his deck better.
Better for entertainment. It's an okay shuffle for competitive play, but
So I was running into that point where like there was like a turn or two where I had this set up and I didn't have a good timing to get
Yeah.
something in there to where I
Right.
could double advance it.
Where are the
And-
agendas? I want to jam.
Right. Like I think so you got 2 set up before I got any set up.
yeah.
For me to be able to safely score much. Like I was surprised you didn't get through this one.
Thought we stacked the decks for a stream.
Yeah, that's why I put the 2 Bolognas on the bottom for tension.
Yeah.
Because everybody likes to watch somebody just twinning at
Sorry.
open R&D.
Zahya.
No, the run doesn't end. You are successful mid-run,
And then the game
is
ends.
end.
No, JNet lets me keep going.
JNet is not
JNet's a
rules
liar,
engine.
okay? Yeah.
JNet is not a
jeez.
rules engine. You gotta ask Lucille for that in like a couple months.
Yeah, Lucille, you still doing that? I think's pretty cool. Well, we get to watch the cool thing again because I don't have this decoupled, but I want to go back to the webcam setup, so we get to watch that. There we go.
So we can chit-chat.
Yeah, I need a faster logo wipe. Like Andres is just like a little swoosh. That was cool. I don't know if this was like, and that's kind of the thing with this deck. I think with the Zahya deck, it's aggressive, slow down, and then just sit back.
It's,
Just
it's
I
a
mean,
wave.
yeah.
It's wave turns.
We-
Going
no, but like
off,
at first
and
you're like
on and off.
you're going ham if you have like buy bands or something.
True.
You're just like res ice, res ice, res ice, res that, res that, res that. Maybe bounce a thing with Hermes if you can, and then you have to chill because you only have one of each breaker and you got to go find them and don't get trashed.
I mean, I think that's actually one of the things about like aggressive runner is it's aside from maybe Essa, there's no runner that just is gas until the game ends.
Yeah.
The Ari deck, we didn't see it because it just got very lucky on accesses. The Loup deck, which is aggressive, but we saw the other side where like, oh, you fall behind on the early aggression, you fall behind the tempo of the corp, then you have to dig out, and then you start applying pressure.
There's some good story arcs.
Yeah, and like I think it's the difference I would say between these lists and say like a Hoshiko list or something where it's like, oh yeah, Hoshiko will take a value poke on R&D when they can get it, but like they're really trying to set it to fully remote lock. And while remote lock was a tool used in this game and the Ari game, and in theory it could have been used in it was like threatened a little bit in the Blue game.
Yeah.
Right. It's not the primary plan. The primary plan is to raid centrals.
Right.
So the thing that was interesting playing as the Corp into that matchup was that when you were going, oh, I guess I'm not really doing anything, I was sitting there going, oh, God. Because every card you installed was...
Future gas.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't even that. It was, I'm looking at my hand and going, oh, I finally drew some ice. And then you installed 2 Chesvas and all 3 of your breakers, and I go, well, this is useless.
Yeah.
I just drew all this, like, I finally got into some ice, I finally started getting set up, and I'm still on the back foot, because you are, like, that little bit ahead of me.
Two
like,
Chesva
that
OP.
was, like, legit. Like,
good.
if you rewatch that from my perspective,
Yeah.
I think you would kind of see where I was digging for cards. I was trying to get set up, and all that time you pushed enough here to be able to then start building and so
Working a lot more now. I don't have a job again. Now I don't have a job again. Oh yeah, cool.
Oh, right. You're in between jobs, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
I gotta say though, like so Lucy, I don't know what you do, but I kind of assume that it's coding related, and it just because that's like your pastime, but it could not be. I'm making an assumption there. If so, like what a cool resume builder that is. Like honestly, and if somebody came in to work and was like, I was like, what do you like, coding whatever, and they're like, well, like here's a project that I can show you that I did, and I made this. It's so cool. Anyway, principal software engineer. Yeah, exactly. That's so cool. Very much looking forward to the rules team successfully removing NSIGs. Solidly 30% of the code.
And a year now.
Oh, 30% of the code was to deal with it?
Well, so it's not completely gone. It's gone for events and ops.
operations.
Yes.
Right.
So it still matters for simulchip.
Fair enough.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you still
yeah.
need. What's the ob? So you have to trash something.
So yeah, there's a couple cards. The biggest one right now would be Reconstruction Contract, because that's a 0 cost, and right now it says trash move advancement counters to a card you can advance. And so right now the no
you
changing
need
game
another.
rule, not only does there need to be a legal target, it also needs to have an advancement counter on it to trigger. And if you remove, if the most aggressive version of no change in game state would be that you just simply remove the rule and make no errata to any cards.
Yeah.
In which case, suddenly, as Andre is saying, at the corp would be able to, on any access where a Reconstruction Contract was anywhere on the board, res it, pop, and this is after the runner's last chance to jack out, and then just install a res snare in the remote. Right. They're accessing. Honestly, for off, probably putting up a hold in there is like
even worse.
Is worse.
Yeah.
But
either you throw a trap.
You throw
whatever
a
it is.
snare,
You get punished for accessing a card.
And you get punished for and it even works if they're running the Reconstruction Contract, I believe. I'm not 100% on that if the server ceases to exist for a moment there.
Because this isn't during the access, so the new rule about you choosing to access newly installed cards doesn't help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, this is the one where you need a judge to come over to be like, this ice that I'm gonna trash that has an advancement on it.
So yeah, the technical rule right now is when you go to Pop Rococo, if there's nothing resed on your board state, you're supposed to just call a judge and say, can you look at all of my face down cards and confirm that at least one of them is advanceable?
Right.
And so the judge has to look through all the cards, make no comments, make no facial expressions, and then go, yes, one of these cards is advanceable, you're taking
right. N6 is passed. The N6 check has passed.
Lucille, that's a little harder to pronounce. Gus.
I'm calling it.
N6 is very...
has the potential to change the game state.
Yeah. L5R had that too, and I remember it being very annoying in a bunch of edge cases.
Yeah. I mean, so it's like, I've played some games where I felt like it was good. So,
important.
Like Fort is a great example of a game where I think it actually benefits immensely from a no change in game state. Fort was made by...
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't sure if you were trying to...
No. I'm looking up very quickly. Go ahead.
Leader games, which part of that is that you play cards and cards you don't play go out to the yard. And other people
Fort.
can
I know the game. I know the game.
And so there's a no change in game state where you can't play. There's ways to add on cards, and there's
Fort has N6 rules.
Fort has N6 rules.
That's funny.
Yeah. Or maybe Fort doesn't. The SPQF, the game that they basically took Fort and updated it.
All right, so we have some pressing questions from patrons before we finish the stream.
Oh, I see.
We have to ask Jeff, this is from Not Again, if you won John Company again.
Oh, no, I did. I came in, third. I came in third.
I understand that you've taken a pause on video games to solo play John Company.
Yes.
So I caught this on your stream. How's your Storm against the Storm campaign going? This is from Christian.
I haven't touched it in quite a little bit. Maybe
that's from
I should touch
Seamer 2.
Yeah.
And we had a couple other questions would you recommend Loup or Hosh as a good runner for beginners?
So I would say of the two, I think Loup is a better one for beginners because the game plan is a little bit more straightforward where you want to be aggressively attacking the corp.
Yeah.
And so it's okay, I want to get my imp down and get access to a central as quickly as possible, and that can be my game plan, and then I'll transition into a remote lock, this all this sort of stuff. The Host list I think is very strong. It's I personally like the Loup list because I've played with it myself more and I've seen
even.
But for either of these cases, for a new player, I would probably, I don't know, it depends on the person. If I would say play the simul chip, the mulch lists of these two,
I think if you want to develop good fundamentals in game sense, I would say you should just play the Zahya list until you're at 50% or something that.
It
is such a good
win
list.
rate.
Yeah. And maybe that's not a realistic number. That's just off the top of my head, right? But like the Zahya list, like it's not setting the meta for any particular, like there's reasons it's not the best deck in the format, but it is a very, very good fundamentals list.
Okay.
And so you can go a long way with it. I'm a big fan of complex decks, and I think you don't need to have that. You can dive into them earlier than you think.
Okay. One from Not Yet. We get 2 more questions, and then I will let you go. I promise. But I do want to, like, these are interesting talking points. So Not Yet, he says, ask him how he feels about the Sunset ban list, hitting cards like Boomerang and Banhar, and how it affects aggressive runners. So I think we should preface that, like, that ban list. Well, no, I'll let you answer it.
Yeah, I mean,
because it's not like a ban list that is a real, like, we might just use this.
Well,
right?
it's designed to test for rotation. It's not even the test band list, right? They were talking about in Dawn, what if we just don't reprint equivalents to Rashida and daily tests and all these other things?
Yeah, so
I guess Banhar would be banned and some of those cards
to me,
would be.
And this is, like, from what I remember in their public article, they said something like, okay, so the primary goal is that Rashida is going to be rotating.
Yeah.
That's locked in.
Yep.
So we want to get some understanding of what the game is going to look like without Rashida.
Right. If the corpse come down in power.
Yeah. So
do the runners need to
the
come
idea
down?
was trying to anticipate, like, okay, we probably need to take all these tools away from the runner.
Yeah.
Now, I have not played, I think, a game of Sunset, so I'm not going to be very well informed on this. My hunch is that was too extreme and is going to lead to a play pattern that involves every game looking like this Azmari game. Or it's going to look like a couple of rush corps figuring out how to rush with, like, how they can replace the Rashida draw, and then just steamrolling runners because they can just high roll and make up for it. So the outfit list we were playing, the op list that can make, you can probably play op without Rashida, and like it starts getting pretty scary for runners if suddenly, oh yeah, op doesn't have to worry about Bankar or Boomerang or Boshelus or SMC. Like suddenly, corpse can actually be really strong in the early game. Which is concerning. So like, there's some bans where I'm like, these make sense to me for a health of the game. Some of these are, I think some people maybe just don't like. As the people in SBT make really good decisions.
Yeah.
They are also people that have preferences about what they think is good Netrunner and bad Netrunner, just as I think there are good things and bad things. I think some of the cards on this list, I would say, like, they were like, oh, I don't like this as part of Netrunner, so let's try taking it out and seeing how it feels.
Yeah.
Because, it's one thing to be like, oh, yeah, an argument that people, like, Pinhole is a great example of a card where, like, people are like, oh, this just blanks certain things Corpse try and do, and some people say, no, it's actually, like, it's a really interesting card, it has dynamics for both sides, and I think there's really good arguments for both.
I think it's the second one.
It's a release valve, right?
Yeah, and so
it's like so you can't just go 5 ice deep on every server and go, all right, come on.
Some people are like, oh, it's the reason that people felt comfortable printing Keeling, which ultimately proved out to be not a thing that should have been printed, and so like there's really good argument, and it's also just like, hey, it's a counter spell in Netrunner. I don't think it is for a couple of reasons, but that's fine.
No, may there never be one printed. By the way, we were just recently talking about how glorious it is in Netrunner. Having played many games that have cancels in it, that there are no just straight up cancels. Like, there's no card that says, like, you may play this card, interrupt, whatever. Just interrupt, no, you don't get to play that Pinhole.
No, that operation goes away.
No.
You don't get your government contract or whatever.
Hate it. Never do it. Sorry.
So, like, there's some bans on there that feel to me a little bit more like okay, hey, like, Cleaver's actually an example of a card where it's like, oh, hey, this card probably just is maybe a little overtuned. So, like, what does the game look like if we take out this one overtuned piece? Does that mean that suddenly all of the ice gets completely out of whack? Does this mean that, hey, it's fine, like, people will play Cleaver, they'll play Propeller, they'll play Corroder, they'll play, Kurupira, like, is the game actually just completely fine without Cleaver in it? If it's so, maybe we should just ban it because it's, cramping design space.
It is pretty ubiquitous,
So, in terms of, like, what my sense is, I also really like high-powered Netrunner as someone who plays Eternal quite a bit, and so I think
Eternal's
that's very high power.
Different.
Yeah, Eternal's a different thing, but like to me, I was playing or I was watching some coverage
Lucille,
of
Lucille, no. Don't program that card into your client.
Never.
The hemophilia throwback charity tournament from 2021.
Okay.
Which, if people don't know what that was like or maybe that was, I think it was before Gateway was released.
Okay.
So it was like before the game got kind of big again, I think. And it was, I think, possibly the highest power format that I've gotten to play in.
Okay.
That was like a standard format. Because the idea was, this was post like some of the worst FFG, like rotation power creep stuff. But the format was, it was standard at the time, plus you got to have one playset of a rotated card.
Okay.
So I ended up playing Hyperdriver Keyhole Haley.
Okay.
Which
I don't think Nick knows
I know some of those
Hyperdriver.
words.
Okay, so
It's fine. It's fine. I'll look it up.
Yeah, Hyperdriver was a 3MU one cost program that you could forfeit or remove from the game at the beginning of your turn to gain 3 clicks. And then Keyhole was Stargate, but
it didn't trash or something.
it
Put them
it
back.
trashed
trashes.
and then shuffled.
That's what it was.
So
Yes. So
you
you
could
can
just
do it over and over again.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I took a game off the world champion by just having that set up and firing.
Yeah.
And like in that same game or in that same tournament, people were playing.
That humble brag there, that was pretty good.
It was like the HB decks at the time were playing Violet Level Clearance, which was a terminal operation, cost 5 credits, gain 8, draw 3 cards. Or is it 4? I think it's 4 cards.
Violet, not ultraviolet.
Not Ultraviolet.
Yeah, okay.
Ultraviolet was rotated
Yeah.
early. So they were playing that, which is just like, oh, it's a Rashida that you fire from your hand rather than having to protect on the board.
Yeah.
It had a one trash cost to balance it, but like
Sure.
And it was like to me, I was like, and also that same HB deck could be playing Project Vacherons.
Oh yeah, that was the.
and
Was that an
that was-
NSG card?
Project Vacheron.
Yeah. That was.
And-
I never saw
yeah.
that.
And then it was also like Asa playing Cybernetics Court, so you could have a 9-card hand size. Like
Yeah.
it was like I was like, oh, this is like it is such
Everything's busted.
Everything's busted. Everyone's doing super gross things, and to me that was really fun. And so giving Corpse some gross tools like Boomerang, Botulus, Bankar, like
Runners.
all of those have. Sorry, runners.
Yeah.
Giving runners those tools allow you to put court power into the game, which I think like to me there's like there's a level where you can go too high on power. But to me, I'm like, there's ways I could like, for my personal taste, I don't feel like the level of power we have right now is excessive, and that we could push it a little bit.
Me neither. And here's why. I don't think that. So we did play some Sunset, and it it was 4 or 5 games, not a ton.
Not a ton.
But you get to the point where you either are building your deck in like one of ways that you can actually get enough econ to not be clicking for credits, or you're clicking for credits, and I hate that.
Yeah,
So-
and like to some extent.
No, I know that more cards will be coming out. Right?
Yeah, that's one of those tricky things where it's like, okay, yeah, if Shaper is losing SMC, can you Shaper as a faction? I mean, maybe this is one of the things they were testing is like, does Shaper have a faction identity without SMC? My sense from the most recent Sunset AMT is no. There was 2 people playing Shaper, and I think they both finished to the bottom of the table.
Yeah.
And like, hopefully that is some, probably people know like, oh yeah, that's a thing that everyone knows. So we'll make sure, hopefully someone will be like, yeah,
Right,
so we need to make sure we have to have a plan for when the SMC goes for Shaper. We should have a plan for, maybe my sense of it is the Corp has nothing to do in the early game without Rashida. There's just not that same tension in the early game. And so there might be that might be a design goal they would have for the set is, hey, let's make sure the early couple turns for the court matter other than just bleeding out agendas, right? Like, how can we set that up? Because, like, in very old school Netrunner, it was, I could get an Adonis campaign running and ticking. But Adonis does feel like Nico campaign, which is better than Adonis campaign strictly, I think.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it gives that same level of payout and is also really only accessible to one faction and things like that. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is that the last question?
There was one more, but it was just, and I feel like I know how you'll answer about this. It has to do with traps. So with an aggressive runner, one of our patrons, Jeremiah, said sometimes you'll see a pattern with an aggressive runner who's like running at stuff, and instead of doing the obvious play where it's like put an agenda behind the ice server, he'll put the agenda naked on the board and then put some other thing in here and then score off the table and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that kind of play?
That's correct sometimes.
Yeah.
No, I like it's to to me, that's where you start actually getting to like a game theory thing of like, oh yeah, there's some predictive power I can have, and like I've seen this pattern and it's correct for me as the corp to play that pattern. I've done that a bunch. Like I've gotten away with some real murder on just bluffing things out in the wrong way, and that is the cool part of mind games
and Netrunner. Yeah,
I think the like. Oh, my deck is all trap. Like, I think in general, the idea of, I'm doing this with a trap deck is the thing that I don't love. It's the, okay, I'm going to bluff this 3-2 as a spin doctor, I think is the really cool part of Netrunner.
Yes, I agree. I don't do it very often, but I think when you get really comfortable with the deck and you're flowing really quickly, and you kind of get into you see the matrix and stuff a little bit when you're playing. You just
and reading the runner too. I mean, like that. The part of the question there was like, you see that the runner, they've got you on remote locks. So every time you put something in there, maybe you install an ice.
Feels bad when you get called out,
install something into this, and then you install over here. Yeah. Right. Like in your naked remote, like maybe they think, all right, they put another piece of ice there, but like I can still get through it. It's fine.
Yeah. And so like as the runner, I often go like, oh hey, if that's the case, I should probably check the other thing. Yeah, right. That's
check it first.
The other. That's usually like my order of operations. And I'll say like this element of bluffing, like again to do a little bit of a flex, like at Continental.
I want to hear a story about a good bluff too.
So in, I think this was 2022 European Continentals. Maybe it was 21 again.
Okay.
No, I think it must have been 22. This was the lower finals. I was playing PD against Boat Hoshiko, and I was I was at 5. My opponent was at 5 as well, I think.
Boat Hoshiko, gross.
And I was like, my remote I think was like Ancel, like border control, and they had like, they had endurance, they had cleaver.
Yeah.
But they only had like 5 or 6 credits.
Okay.
And my remote, my draw that game had been just the worst possible draw. And I had installed a Tranquility Home Grid on like turn 3. And then my draw was so bad, I was like, okay, resin with Tranquility Home Grid gets me nothing. Mm-hmm. I'm going to bluff that this is the one of Anoetic Void in my deck.
Nice.
And my opponent respected me having it as a one of Anoetic Void, and they said, okay, if that's an Anoetic Void, I can't get through that on cell twice.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to run centrals, and my centrals very fortunately held for me.
Yeah.
And I got away with like just scoring out from there. And it's just like,
I think it's cool when you get to the point for Netrunner when you're playing against other players, when they can also play along in that ploy.
Yeah.
Because you go, they might think, right? Yeah. It's the Anoetic, and then they see it and go, that could be an Anoetic, and you're like,
That's the cool, that's when bluffing gets really fun and dynamic, and it's just like, I think this was something that came up.
You need 2 people to participate in the bluff for that kind of thing, though.
This came up in GLC, like, just like, what does the runner do if you just throw 3 cards out of turn? It's like, well, actually, what the runner should do at a certain point is say, I'm just going to know what the top card of R&D is every turn, and you can't hurt me the same way. And if you're not like in general, the way that Netrunner works is like the unadvanced traps are pretty safe to run in your first click.
Yeah.
And the advanced ones are the ones you're actually gambling on. And so, like, if the corp is never advancing cards on the board, like there's some 3-1s. Like False Lead changes the math on this. House of Knives changes the math on this. Sting changes the math on this. But if you're just keeping an idea of what's in hand and what's on the top of the deck, the corp's ability to just like shell game and bluff is actually pretty limited.
It's reduced a lot, yeah.
So that's sort of, it's my preferred form of bluffing in Netrunner is that story of, okay, I'm going to present this threat, but it's not actually this threat, or I'm going to present, being a spin doctor when it's actually my 3-2, and I just need you to not run the spin doctor, things like that.
When I first started playing the game, I was all about Jinteki, traps, PE, like...
Have I been off this whole time?
Yeah, your microphone's been off. Sorry, go ahead.
It's fine. But I was all about like Jinteki trap stuff because
no one said anything. So yeah,
I didn't know how to set up a trap.
Yeah.
And also my opponents, like, because I was playing against Eric knew, but a lot of the other local people were newer. Good taste. I moved off of that. Don't worry. But I couldn't set up an effective trap because my opponent didn't know enough to know that this thing behind that ice is tempting. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it was just kind of like spraying accesses all over the place. So, you know,
The more I play Netrunner, the more I prefer Open Decklist Netrunner. Yeah. Yeah. Played against what's the Ampere? An Ampere that was just like random damage on JNet. And I was like, yay, this is fun. What's that card?
okay.
Oh, what's that card? Oh, you know, it's like, you lose all the strategy, and I don't like that. Okay. I'm gonna call it. Yep, this was an awesome discussion. I actually might just clip this and put it on the podcast feed because it was a really cool discussion.
Yeah,
So
it was good.
thanks again for coming up.
Yeah, thanks so much for
Thanks
having me.
everyone for watching. Nick,
Yeah, thank
can you take us out to the Patreon one?
Which one do I hit?
It's the one. It's this one. All right. Well,
No,
hit
it's no.
Isn't it credits?
Credits.
the credits one.
Okay.
Bye bye everybody. Bye
Bye. Always run with your eyes closed with your kids. Kid, hurry.
Hey, thanks for watching. Neon Static is a passion project for us first and foremost. We love playing and talking about Netrunner, and that is 100% the reason we make these videos and record our podcast. That said, having the support of patrons really helps motivate us to keep making new stuff. And the money we earn through Patreon helps us keep reinvesting in equipment for our studio space where we live stream games too. Patrons also have access to a private Discord channel where they can submit deck lists for us to build for our live streams as well. If you'd like to join the Patreon, visit patreon.com/neonstatic to join. And of course, if you'd prefer to support us without spending any money, subscribing to the channel, leaving a like, or commenting on a video are all great ways to let us know that you like what we're doing. Thanks again, and remember to run with your eyes closed because what you can't see can't hurt you.